New York City, 6 a.m. An out-of-control satellite radio show is being broadcasted to millions of Americans.
Here we go. Here's the bit.
At the controls, Greg Hughes, a father.
I would love to say we have the best job in America.
Anthony Cumia, an alcoholic.
It could be the best thing ever.
And Jim Norton, a comedian.
Out loud laughs.
How do we explain the show? We should start there.
Oh, here it is.
The three men make up the Opie and Anthony Show, a popular radio program known for its cringe style of entertainment and having very few limits.
Oh, shit. This is a freak show.
Why would anybody want to come on this show as a guest?
Under the right circumstances, something weird could happen.
I don't give a fuck.
Laugh out loud funny.
Which I love. That's what I love.
In the past, they have been accused of multiple FCC violations and have even gotten their show suspended from satellite radio.
Because when you listen to our show, you know what you get. You know what we are.
Everything has to do with cock or balls. No, the jokes all end up talking about cock and balls. You're a waste of light.
Fucking listeners, go fucking die. Excuse me.
Everything you are about to hear is real. Real people, real excitement.
Wow.
Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Morning.
Hi, everybody.
Morning.
And isn't it a fine morning?
I want my voice to be very caustic right away.
Yeah,
I got to work on a tone that just is very caustic.
caustic.
Morning. Is that almost there?
That's pretty caustic.
Because you're supposed to have a very comforting voice in the morning for these assholes that are waking up.
Very smooth.
A lot of these guys, they set their alarm to our voices.
Like that bum that's not in the news anymore.
Oh, remember him?
Where is the
Whatever
bum?
happened to that guy?
You know what? I'm not even content on the news telling me what happened to him.
Remember that guy?
I want to know what that bum is doing right now.
That's how fast his career went. We're already in the whatever happened to that guy stage.
That's how fast it happens these days, in the days of what they call the intratubes.
That's right.
You get on, you're famous, you're a YouTube sensation, they embrace you for 10 minutes, and then it's like, what happened to that guy?
And then they go to a video about kittens doing adorable things.
Yeah.
They could give a fuck about you.
Now it's all about, the...
Yeah, I know he's in rehab somewhere.
But no one even cares, and... Like they would be asking, like, all right, well, how's he doing? Mm-hmm. What is this rehab? Like, what do they do when he's there? Like, no one cares.
And and the sad part is he is in rehab for 3 months in Texas, not 60 days, 3 fucking months.
3 months.
That's how bad his shit was. And he needed the next 3 months to capitalize on his golden voice.
Because he's going to come out and no one's
going to care.
Anymore.
They're going to be moving on to the next homeless bum doing some ridiculous thing that's cool.
On the internet, yeah.
Because we're all out there now with our cameras trying to...
Oh, yeah.
I interviewed Jesus the other day.
Really?
I haven't posted the video yet.
Is he back?
Jesus is back. He likes to spell his name G-E-S-U-S.
That's the new century spelling, yeah.
And unfortunately, my bum...
Is that like Junior Mints? He spells
yeah,
like
like Sam and
G-E-E.
right.
Yeah.
You got to do the alternate spelling. So I interviewed Jesus thinking I might be the guy that finds the next Ted Williams. Nah, he's just a bum.
No talent, just a bum.
That fucking spells Jesus with a G. I'm like, thanks.
Everyone knows you don't do that.
Thanks.
Was he Hispanic? Because he must have...
Oh, no. He's as white as they come. And
say he probably really didn't like Hispanics, didn't want to be confused with Jesus.
Quite frankly, he looks a little like Jesus. He really does.
Did he?
But he's in the pouring rain with a blanket wrapped around him. So,
well, Jesus didn't live, high on the hog. Wasn't living the life of Riley.
No, I mean I'm taping all the time. I don't even know if I'm going to post
the life
it.
of Jesus.
But this is. I'll just show Ann off my HD.
I want to see what he looks like.
I'm walking up to him right now. This is the raw fucking footage. There's Jesus. There's my
Jesus.
Ted Williams.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hey, it's Christian Bale.
He looks a little like Christian Bale.
Actually, or he looks like the guy from what's his name, Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, he's got a little Lord of the Rings thing happening.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's in the middle of Manhattan. It's not in some fucking where was Lord of the Rings? Help me out.
Fucking
in
Middle
a
Earth.
land far away.
Middle Earth. Middle Earth.
New Zealand? No, I'm not talking about the place they filmed it. What place was it supposed to be? Middle Earth?
Middle Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks like...
He would look great if he was in Middle Earth, but it's Manhattan, and people are trying to fucking, get some chores done. Could you move out of my way, you bum?
He was on his way to Mordor, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
He was on his way to Mordor.
That's what I was going for. Fucking E-Rock goes New Zealand. No, that's where they filmed the movie.
New Zealand. He's talking about the actual,
fantasy
movie.
So, yeah, Ted Williams is in rehab, and he needed to make his money now.
Yeah, this is a strike while the liver's swollen.
Right.
You really need to get out there, get your voice out there, your face. But he couldn't even do it for a week before he had to grab onto the booze, and that was it. Mm-hmm. Goodbye.
Last night, I was telling you a little before the show, but last night I've officially become a free agent hockey fan.
Free agent, so you're open to any offers from other teams?
Yeah, we've talked about this over the years. When you show a dedication to one team year after year after year, and then you realize the players don't give a shit.
No.
And this is across the board in every sport. Mm-hmm. I know my Jets will even do this. And then you realize, wait, why am I dedicated to a team where the players could care less? And they're just looking for their next, good team to jump on.
Fans should be able to do the same thing, jump ship.
So my Islanders are sucking so bad. Mm. They're like the second or third worst team in hockey right now. They're right at the bottom. And they've been out of the playoffs since November, and they play hockey till May, just to give you an idea. So we knew in November that this team wasn't even going to have a shot at the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I figured this is a great year to become a free agent fan and really experiment with this. And last night, the Rangers wined and dined me. I tweeted a couple pictures.
So this is almost like a player where they would take him out and talk to him. So.
They wined and dined me. And fuck, I tweeted just a couple pictures, and people are fucking pissed off.
They want you to still be an Islander fan?
The Islander fans want me to be an Islander fan. They're like, when they become good again, we don't want you. That's what people were writing me. We don't want you. We don't need you.
Fair weather fan.
Fair weather fan.
It's been storming for years.
Thank you, Anthony. I mean,
you can see some blue skies every so often.
Yeah, you can only take so much. And then the Rangers fans, fucking stay on Long Island, you faggot.
All right.
We don't want you.
No one wants you.
Right.
You can't just switch like that. They do get very, very possessive.
Really offended. But I did something called I don't know, I guess they're called Legends seats and stuff.
Legends.
And they bring you in a room, and they got a buffet with really nice roast beef. You know the deal. Nice carving station.
I love the carving station.
Little pasta area.
Yes.
They had shrimp and lobster as big as your fist.
As big as your fist.
And I'm sitting there fucking just looking like a bum myself while everyone else was dressed up, because I guess they take this thing very seriously.
The Legends very seriously? What are they, like in suits?
Oh, yeah, suits.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, this is a night out for a lot of people. This is like, save your money, we're doing the Legends seats thing.
Did you wear your formal sweats?
I wore this. I'm still wearing my clothes. I wore this. $600 a ticket.
Wow.
With a nice dessert area, all the booze you could drink if that's your thing.
That's craziness.
Not so much my thing anymore. But
now there's no way an Islander fan wants to invest $600 for Rangers tickets.
And then I sort of had a little guilt, but being a free agent fan, I had to go with it. I mean, the whole room's filled with Ranger jerseys, and I guess there were some legends walking around. I didn't recognize anybody.
Legends, Ranger legends, obviously. So
and I went with Roland and a couple other guys, and it was pointed out that the Rangers walking around in this room, as we eat from a buffet, are probably not doing well after their playing days.
Oh, so
let's just put it this way: you're not going to see a Wayne Gretzky like walking around with fans in a room like this.
I wouldn't think so. Were you able to wish Mark Messier a happy 50th birthday?
I didn't see Mark Messier.
Oh, no Messier there either.
I did get to see Ron Duguay, though.
Oh, well.
And Ron Duguay
was he wearing Jordache jeans?
He might as well have.
Or Sasson.
He looks exactly the same, except for the fact that his face is a bit weathered.
Is that it?
He's got the exact same hair.
Oh, God.
And he's walking around, and then you got like a publicist-type person. She's like, "Are you ready for your picture with Ron Duguay?"
Am I?
So I felt like just being an asshole yesterday. So I go to the lady. Tell you the truth, I'm way more famous than Ron Duguay.
Oh, they don't like hearing that.
I did that to crack up the people at the table. I really don't have that type of fucking ego.
You say that all the time. I'm much too famous.
And this twat openly laughs at me and doesn't even ask, well, who are you?
Maybe she was sticking it to you.
She's like, that's funny. You're funny.
I'm funny.
Thinking, I mean, look how I dress. Thinking I'm just some bum that is making believe, they might do something cool with their lives. And she walks away.
And what position did she hold?
She was like the person that brought Ron Duguay around so he could get pictures with the legend.
She really doesn't give a shit about anything but her job that night.
Right. And then he was in a suit and tie, and we took a picture, and I go, well, someone here is dressed a little better than me.
Oh, boy.
It was so douchey, dude.
Embarrassing. I want to see the picture, though.
I think it's online.
I got to see a Ron Duguay.
It's one of those pictures where you have to now go online
these days
and punch in your fucking, your code.
Your little code?
Right. So
you could buy the picture?
Tweeted a picture because they gave us a nice gift bag with all Rangers stuff. And I did feel guilty being an Islanders fan since I was, 11, 12?
Yeah, put it on
in a long
eBay.
time. And people just pissed off because it was a calendar, a little magnet, a little T-shirt.
Oh, that's good stuff if you're a Ranger fan.
A Rangers pen.
To get a puck?
No, they should have gave for $600. They should have gave us a puck and a real jersey.
In there. There should have been a puck.
This is the shit they gave.
And a silver Sharpie.
Thank you,
you could have gotten Ron Duguay to sign the puck.
No, Ron Duguay signed that picture right in front of me. That's a.
But is it real? Oh, it is.
And that's a Let's Go Rangers magnet set.
Yeah.
That thing in the weird jewelry box, I don't even know what that is.
It's like a pin that you probably trade.
Does that come with home and away jerseys?
Yeah, it does
sure does.
Holy shit.
Well, that is a good
There
collection.
was no pin attached to that weird, tiny little blue Rangers jersey in the jewelry box thing. I don't know what that was.
Maybe you wing it onto the ice during games.
Yeah, I should have. And then there's the Rangers calendar and a Rangers planner. A pen.
A Rangers planner.
Yeah, and then they escorted us down to just amazing seats right behind where the Rangers shoot twice.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was great.
That ain't bad.
And then
sounds like a fun night.
And poor Ron Duguay, because it's a section that's maybe, I'll say about 20 to 25 seats. It's like a little boxed-in area, and it's all gray seats.
Very important.
No one's allowed in this area. They protect
out.
it. And Ron Duguay sits down. He has to fucking watch the game with us assholes.
Yeah.
What happened to his life? Why is he doing this?
They probably dumped some money on him, and he's like, yeah, I'll sit with some fucking fans.
And then
use some money.
And the best part about it was he brought his supermodel wife. And I forgot he married a supermodel.
Yeah, I didn't remember her name.
Do you remember Kim Alexis?
Of course.
She's sitting there. I'm like, holy shit, that's Kim Alexis. I remember jerking off to her.
She was pretty smoking in the old days. You got any pictures of her, Danny, in what I like to call the day? I call it the day.
There she is in the day.
Holy shit cakes.
Yes.
All right.
And you know what? I'm telling you right now, I need to know.
Oh, my God.
I need to know an age on Kim Alexis, but I'm telling you, she looked awesome.
Did you? Oh, wait, bikini pic. Where you go? The ass.
She looked great.
Right, let's see that one.
Oh, I remember that one.
Oh, that was from the swimsuit issue, of course.
Good God.
Look at that ass.
Good God.
Oh, my God.
And then she's in Mommy.
Ron Duguay.
And then she's in Mommy magazine, so.
Oh, now it's like the new Kim Alexis.
She cut all her hair off.
Yeah, cut that beautiful hair off.
She got the mommy hairdo now, but she still looks hot as all hell. And she's got to be. I don't. Yeah, there's Ron.
Oh, is that a recent picture?
That's exactly what he looked like last night.
Whoa,
Ron Duguay. I guess I was supposed to be excited to meet him. I don't know.
Well, yeah, if you're a Rangers fan, that's not like in the inner circle. You'd probably be excited.
And then I saw a great game. Rangers won 7-0 against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Ah.
And one of the guys scored 4 goals last night. That never happens. Got to see a hat trick plus one.
Hat trick plus.
Everyone throwing their hats on the old ice.
Did they do that?
She is 50. I nailed it. I said I bet you she's 50 years old. She doesn't look 50, but I was just doing the math in my head that she is a long time ago as far as the supermodel thing goes.
Yeah.
So
not looking that bad for Fitty, that's for sure.
So first stop as a free agent fan went very well, Anthony. Very well.
Free agent fan.
They're
wooing you. Is there any other teams in your sights? I like to say in your sights. And in the crosshairs, Opie?
Actually, yes. The Flyers actually tweeted me last night.
The Flyers tweeted you? Okay.
But I want to get on some planes and check out some teams, too. I want to try to make
You're going to really make the rounds?
I want to try to make this into a thing.
Have them woo you?
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe we could get the story to Home Ice, because Home Ice loves the Opie and Anthony show. They talk hockey all the time on Home Ice. So I want the boys on Home Ice to know that I'm officially a free agent fan, and so far went very well with the Rangers.
You're going to do
They brought out Ron Duguay.
You're going to do a cross-country trip?
I would love to.
Maybe a Kings fan? What are you doing?
No, I would go Coyotes before.
You go Coyotes?
Before I do an LA thing.
What about Edmonton?
Edmonton would be nice. Vancouver, because I would like to check out their city.
Yeah.
Maybe, where else would I go?
That ain't bad.
I'd check out Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh?
And I would check out the Capitals.
Close. It's close. You could, go to some home games.
I think I got to do like an East Coast thing.
Yeah.
For my new team.
What about something as easy as the Devils?
No. That's right over there.
Yeah.
I want to be put up in a hotel and,
How are the Devils going to woo you?
I don't know.
We'll take you to fucking Elizabeth, New Jersey, and
take me to Camden.
Take you to Camden. Drop you off if you survive. You're a fan.
So far, the Rangers did well. Very well. The fucking prime rib and roast beef and everything else they had.
And Ron Duguay. Kim Alexis. The bar has been set.
And other Rangers, I think.
The bar has been set. There's a good suggestion, of course, from Sonny. What about the Bruins?
The Bruins?
Your old haunt of Boston.
The Bruins would really have to step up their game to, to woo me into Boston to check out their stuff.
Yeah.
They would have to,
What would they have to do? Something... What do you do? Lunch with LB?
Well, how do you beat... That's inside and really funny. I like the LB. I never had a problem with the LB.
LB was cool.
It sucks that he's part of a shitty show.
That goon.
Because that guy is really fucking funny and talented, but he just got stuck with a shitty show. I don't know. They have to do better than a Ron Duguay / Kim Alexis meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Yeah, they would have to
the bar's set high. That's nice because you could only go up from there.
Right.
If they don't offer you enough, you could just tell them to go fuck themselves easy.
And then on the way home, I showed you the video. I just posted it on my YouTube channel. I almost saw a death. And I was thinking about you, actually, Anthony.
Nice.
I was wondering if you've ever pulled a move like I just showed you on my flip. The whole video is up on the YouTube channel, Opie Radio. Have you ever had a guy that you might have bumped in traffic? I don't know if... I couldn't understand the guy because I interviewed him after the fact, and honestly, it even says on the screen, please translate this. I have no idea what the fuck. But I guess one of the black cars...
Yeah, those
the black cars and the
Lincoln Town cars.
The black cars and the cabbies hate each other in New York City.
Mortal enemies.
And I guess the black car tapped a cab, I think.
And meanwhile, they're like the black, half white guy episode of Star Trek, where the guy goes, yeah, but he's black on the right side, I'm black on the left side, and we hate each other. It's like the black car drivers and the cabbies, they hate each other, but they're the same assholes.
They pretty much are.
Yay!
So, what the video picks up, and you can check it out for yourself, where the cabbie, obviously at this point, I didn't see it, jumped out of his car, and now is so pissed off at the black Lincoln. It's a Lincoln, you said?
Yeah, Lincoln Town cars.
So he wants to prevent the guy from driving through the intersection. So he's in front of his car, like trying to stop him. And the black car is just going slowly at first.
Yeah, a little nudge. But the guy firmly has both of his hands on the hood of the car.
Yeah.
And he's being pushed backwards by the Lincoln Town car. Slowly at first, kind of bumping him.
Lincoln Town car is basically saying, really?
Yeah.
And he's pushing him a little bit. He's hitting the gas a little bit, like, get the fuck out of my way.
The guy's pulling a Tiananmen Square tank deal. And then the guy goes, fuck this, steps on the gas, and actually gets this guy sliding backwards on his heels.
Yeah.
And if he would have fallen backwards,
he would have been dead.
Dead.
I almost fucking videoed a murder. And people are like, what do you mean a murder? Wouldn't that be a murder?
Oh,
the guy ran...
manslaughter,
All right, let's go with
reckless
manslaughter.
endangerment,
Could you go back just to the interview? Because you got to hear this guy trying to explain.
gross negligence.
What happened? And then this
What, am I
cabbie.
there?
So what happened? That guy cut you off?
He explained to you, right? There's nothing to happen. I
He
don't
had
know
a
why
splinter.
they make agreement.
Why were you like
fighting
go back
with
again.
The car? Why were you
He goes,
in front of the car?
I had a splinter. I said something happened.
But
why were you like fighting with the car? Why were you in front of the car like fighting it?
We are coming to that.
No, I understand that, but why would you jump out of your
because
car?
I need to stop this guy because
He needs to torpedo
He
him.
hit your leg?
I
in
think
the
he
neck.
said.
Yes. He need to. That's why he stopped to but he stopped to here, and when he back up the vehicle and he hit the
backed up a barnacle.
He hit your car.
And-
And he hit your car.
He hit not my car, but he hit me.
Yeah, he hit you because what? You jumped out to like, say, hey, you hit this guy.
No, first of all he dropped something in my car and like this. What are you doing? I don't say nothing. So okay, let's go. When I driving, and he was driving, I was driving. I want to stop this guy. Why he was doing like this?
Why was he like doing like
Nothing.
this?
Then I can come to back, and again.
And then he got
hit
come
my
to
car,
back.
Something slice, and then I
And then he went to get a
here,
slice.
Then I all
There's good pizza here.
stop blocking the here, and when I blocking, he see the space is that back. He pick up the car. When he pick up the car,
He picked up the car.
This vehicle does this car.
So you jumped out.
I jump out.
Something with a beagle, too. There was a beagle involved.
The cops and make sure he didn't go anywhere. And all of a sudden he took off and you were in
Yeah.
front of the car.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
he was pushing you and you were
Pushing
trying
me.
to push a
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy. He could have ran you over
He
and
could
killed
have-
you.
But I tell him just block this road. They're gonna stop me here.
He told him to bowl
All right,
some.
here they come for us.
Yeah.
You all right?
I am totally fine, but I want to, this is the really big crime,
Yeah.
This is the totally big crime. He wasn't like
Totally
big
big
crime.
crime.
What for me?
And then
Yeah. The FDNY is pulling up with a giant fire truck.
see, if that doesn't prove that the guy speaks horrendous English, like a fire truck shows up.
He called 911.
and they figured
And a fire truck
And they
showed
figured
up.
after listening to him for a minute that they need a fire
It's like,
truck.
I think there's a fire. This guy's mouth is burning.
And
he can't speak.
And it wasn't a coincidence. The fire truck was there for him.
Yeah.
And what he was involved with had nothing to do with fire.
It could have been settled with one patrol car, one cop.
Right.
Could have gone down there and just taken a report, whatever the fuck it
But
was.
the 911 operator's like, I don't know. I think we need a fire
There is a
truck.
beagle and Barnacle and say the ball and get. Oh my God! Just send a fucking fire truck.
Right.
Send a couple of things. I think you got to flush some F-16s. This might be another terrorist attack. I don't know what he's saying.
But the guy's nuts. He sacrificed his own life to stop one of these cars.
What is he doing?
I've
Should've
seen
jumped on
stuff
that.
like
You've seen
that.
like that?
Oh, I mean, I can't say every day because that would be exaggerated. But I have
on a regular
seen,
basis?
yeah, pretty fairly. I mean, I find you lucky because you actually got to talk to the guy and figure out what was going on. A lot of times I'm in my car.
Who figured out what was going on by talking to the guy?
Well, you know what I'm
Jesus
saying?
Christ,
You had the
Danny.
opportunity to anyway. So, because one time I was in my car and there was a guy arguing with a black car, and he was a huge, ripped, like huge, muscly older guy. But he was holding this little teeny dog, and then the light changed, and like I guess the cabbie's not going to sit there and argue, so he just takes off. But now this guy wasn't done with his point, so now he's jogging down the block with his dog, holding his dog, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
What a little dog.
I tried getting video of it, and I really wanted to know what was happening, but I don't have the patience
I wish
to
I
wait
could
around for shit like
remember.
that.
I wish I could remember. I have a camera on me a lot of times because after certain situations happen, you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
"Oh fuck, I had a camera."
I know.
And then you're like, "Hey."
Well, I missed a good 15 seconds of that because I knew something really good was going down, and then what happens? You go into panic fumble mode, and all of a sudden, you
Get the shot. Get the shot.
all of a sudden you're like a Down syndrome kid. You can't figure anything out. You pulled your camera out.
Figure anything out.
You pulled your camera out a million times and just pushed, fucking record. But when some real shit's going on, all of a sudden the most basic shit you can't do anymore.
Yeah.
That's when the
What is
iPhone
that?
shutter stays closed, like that little animation of the shutter. It
stays
just
closed
hangs
right,
there.
You're like, come on.
Come
on.
And it happens to all of us. Like, what happens to your brain?
You just do freak out.
And I was fumbling, and I finally got it on, and I still got enough footage of the whole weird incident.
You know what? There's got to be some kind of a device that can go on a chain around your neck.
We're heading that way.
That would just, you go, oh, shit, something's going down. And all you got to do is take it out and squeeze on it or press a button, and boom, you're taking video.
We're heading that way.
Maybe it's Bluetoothing it to your fucking phone.
Because, I mean, I purposely carry around an HD flip wherever I go. But when this thing went down, where the guy was like in the front of the car being pushed, and he's trying to push the car back,
Yeah, he didn't understand basic physics.
The amount of cameras that popped out.
Yeah.
And people were videotaping.
Yeah,
because they all have their iPhones.
Fucking 5 different angles of this motherfucker.
What, a mere year to 2 years ago, it would be very rare to pick up on anything like this, you know?
Yeah,
but now, man, everyone just pulled out their cameras and started fucking recording this.
That's why you can't really make a ruckus anymore. You could maybe get away with something spontaneous, you know?
Oh, okay, we got a translation? Is this a real translation? I like the fake translations, because the guy just wrote, oh, Jordan, thank you. He's a regular on Instant Feedback. He wrote, so he went to get a slice of bagel and the other car got in his way.
See, that's pretty much.
Or a slice of beagle? Slice of beagle.
Slice of beagle.
Is this the actual translation? I say.
Someone just sent it to me, so I'm reading it with you.
All right, I say, why would you jump out of your car? And he calls him Buddy. Because I need to path a need to stop does guy because he hit me.
Okay, sounds reasonable.
Okay, it is a good translation. He hit your leg, Buddy. In the leg, yes, pause. So he stopped to there. But he stopped to here on he pick up the P, kel, he hit the bar.
Oh, he picked up a pickle and hit the bar.
Yeah, that's what I
do that shit all the time.
It's like, hey, Danny, I'm going to pick up a pickle and I'm going to hit the bar.
Dude, I'm there.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm there.
So then I say, yeah, he hit your car, referring to Buddy 2. I got Buddy 2's interview. Maybe I'll slap it on the end of this video later today. And your car, and he hit your car. And he says, no, not my car, but he hit me. And then I say, yeah, he hit you because you jumped out to say, hey, you hit this guy. And he says, no, Perst ob all.
Perst ob all.
He is something. He dropped something on my car like this, waves arm, and go, what are you doing? I don't say nothing, so okay, let's go. So when I dribbing. Oh, dribbing, it's harder. Okay,
yeah,
dribbing. Sorry.
Dribbing.
Sorry, I should know the word dribbing. So when I dribbing, he was dribbing. I was dribbing, so I want to stop this guy. Why he was doing like this. Then nothing. Then you got to go back to this part on the video. Then nothing. Then I get a come to back, and again he only hit my car.
Come on his back?
Something syllabus. Slice. And then car come around here. Then I rolled out the chuck. And then what's that word? Tanatable?
Tana Table Store.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Tana Table.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Tana
Store.
Table Store.
I need a new one.
Blocking day here. And when I blow king, he said Liz, it was bad. He pick up the curry. When he pick up the curry, he does like this vehicle across this car. It makes sense after he stops telling his story and Opie starts to talk again.
Tana Table Store, booking day here. Holy shit.
Wow, okay. He translated at least.
Yeah. That guy, I have no idea what the fuck he was talking about.
Well, he transcribed. I wouldn't call that a translation.
Yeah, transcribed, right.
Transcription.
Anthony,
I'd rather have a transcription.
I told you they listened, and they're huge fans of the show. I put out the signal, and here they are from home ice. NHL home ice. What's up, guys?
Ooh.
How's it going?
It's going.
You're on the market, we hear. We had our technical producer, the Paperboy. He was a lifelong Maple Leafs fan, and this year, for about a month, we had a little campaign to find a new team for him. With the perennial losing and being out of the playoffs, so for a month we invited fans to call us up and send along any bribes that they wanted to send our way. And in the end, he went with the San Jose Sharks.
He did.
And the reason being there's a fan out there who, I guess, I don't know if she's an official photographer or if she just takes pictures at their practice rink or whatever, but she sent us a whole bunch of and personalized photos from various players and some other little goodies. So that put the Paperboy over the top. He became a Sharks not even in a playoff spot now. They're having one of their worst seasons in years. So we're thinking he's the reason.
When you change teams.
Yeah, exactly.
And they tank,
well,
that's not good.
Yeah,
it's something Ant and I have talked about for a while now on this show. Why can't fans be free agents? When these players are becoming free agents every year,
no loyalty.
Why do we always have to have the loyalty as fans? Why can't we shop a new team?
No, absolutely. And you know what? They actually up in Ottawa, they tried about I'd say probably about 8 or 9 years ago to get a fan association going, and I think there's still some semblance of it somewhere. But even there, they couldn't get enough people going and get enough people sort of dedicated to the cause to basically send the message that, you know what, we're spending thousands of dollars on tickets and merchandise and all the rest. And you're at a point now where is the loyalty? It seems to be a one-way street, and enough's enough.
Yeah, but man, the fans still get really mad. I'm a season holder. I mean, I have Islanders tickets. I haven't gone to a game in 2 to 2.5 months. These tickets are just rotting in my desk. I do give a bunch of them away when I'm not throwing them in the river or out car windows and stuff. And last night, I actually tried out the free agent thing as a fan and went to the Rangers game, and they treated me like a king.
Like gold.
I met Ron Duguay last night.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean,
that's huge, right?
That's huge.
The Rangers, as far as I'm concerned, are one of the teams. I've only been MSG for a Rangers game once, but they do it right. I mean, there are just teams out there that do it right, and you could do worse than going to the Rangers right now. They're playing some good hockey right now.
Yeah, but I'm an Islanders. Officially, I'm an Islanders fan right now, and to become a Rangers fan, that's really, really bad.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's the ultimate insult.
I'm not like your what Paperboy or whatever the heck his name is.
Yep.
I want to talk to the teams directly. I don't want some fan to set me up with the next team. I already got a tweet from somebody in the Flyers organization. They want me to come down and they want to wine and dine me next.
That's huge.
All right. Well, we're gonna put the message out here as well. So we'll see if we can get some other NHL teams on board. But if you want to come up here to Toronto, I'm not promising anything with the Maple Leafs, but we got the Hall of Fame, we got Gretzky's restaurant, a couple of good places to stop in.
That's not pretty good. And, all right. Hey, you guys do a good job. I do listen to you.
Thanks a lot. We listen to you guys as much as we can as well. We're going on the air in about 15 minutes. So keep up the great work, boys.
NHL Home Ice. Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. Bye-bye.
Live from Toronto. They do their show
live from Toronto.
Every morning. They're live in Toronto. Yeah. XM 204. Thank you, E-Rock. So
nice.
So it was a pretty crazy night.
Yeah,
little of everything yesterday.
Sounds like
and then another story I told you that I'm not really sure I should. I'm not sure if I should bring that to the show yet. Oh my God!
Situation
Roland could be the greatest guy.
Roland
ever.
rules.
Roland fucking rules.
Yeah, Roland.
I'll tell the story someday because that's what happens on this show. I gotta figure out when I can tell my last story.
Story pops out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Roland's just great. He's got a great set of balls on him.
He was kind of doing one of your old jobs.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I did that job for a little while.
I got to shut up for now. I'll bring it to the show, though. I just got to figure out how. One of the biggest laughs ever was last night with Roland.
Roland is.
I'll just say that
the
for now.
Skinny Roland was what a hit.
Yeah,
Skinny Roland was, and I guess our own Travis is really upset with the Skinny Roland. The fact that, I think he's seeing his future.
Yeah, Travis really got scared.
Well, let me just
scared Travis.
Let me just set it up really quickly because you get new people listening every day. Yeah. We did most embarrassing tape day yesterday with the staff, and me, Ant, and Jim are going to bring in our tapes next week as part 2 of this. And Roland's tape was from 2003 when he was working on Carson Daly's late night TV show, and Roland was he said he was 120-something pounds.
Yeah.
And now, I think he's a little sensitive about it, but he has gained about 100 pounds. He's over 200 pounds now. Mm-hmm. So to see skinny Roland, it creeped everybody out because it's not that far. It's not that long ago. It's 2003. Yeah. That's a blink of an eye for most of us.
Very, very fast.
And we met him in 2005, by the way.
I know.
And he was still thin. We forget. So
was he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have old videos of him from the XM studio, that beautiful studio we used to have.
Wow.
And he wasn't much bigger than than when
boy.
he looked like that for Carson Daly's TV show.
That's so bad. He looks like cancer rolling.
So why is Travis bugged out?
Well, Travis is kind of seeing his own future, I think, and it's upsetting him.
I mean, look, Roland was a skinny guy. I'm a skinny guy.
Right.
I've put on 15, 20 pounds in the last year and a half since my kid was born.
Yeah.
So,
But how old was Roland there, and how old are you now?
Well, I'm 29.
And how old was Roland there?
He was still in college, so yeah, he was like...
See, you might have made it over what they call the hump.
You are making me feel a little better today.
Yeah.
Yes, but Travis, when did you quit smoking?
2 years ago in May.
And when did you start putting weight on?
About 2 years ago in May. Yeah, no, I know that's got a lot to do with it.
And Travis, what were you eating for breakfast almost every day for months at a time, at least?
Oh, shit.
Exactly. Tim Hortons, a huge black and white cookie every day.
Yeah, but I worked at Burger King for 4 years, and I ate Burger King 3 times
Yeah, but you're
a day.
allowed to do that when you're 16.
Yeah,
you can do that. I think I ate McDonald's every day for a month at a time.
But you're not even 150 pounds right now.
Yeah, I'm about 150.
He's bigger than he was.
Yeah, but I'm bigger than I was.
A little bit.
Maybe you needed to gain a few pounds.
Yeah, you were a little, skinny. You were pretty skinny.
Buying new shirts.
Oh.
Danny and I had a nice conversation.
Yes, we did.
About wearing looser shirts.
Well, see, here's the greatest thing that's happening right now.
Danny loves this.
Because,
by the way.
Of course he does.
Because Travis is getting to the point where he's growing out of his mediums. I was there 3 years ago. I know what that feels like, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm actually losing weight. So I am not feeling all of the tightness that I used to be feeling in my shirts.
Like pulling down my sleeve.
But Travis is. So he's telling me all these things that he's experiencing with the shirts. I'm like, yep, I know. I know all about it, buddy.
God, you just nailed it. I had to go from mediums to large.
Isn't it a sad day?
And you trying to kind of a sad day.
You convince yourself you'll wear that fucking medium until you're like, dude, I look like I have tits and a stomach. It's retarded.
But for years, when someone said, "What size are you?" you say medium. So you keep saying it, even not thinking oh well, fuck.
Yeah,
threw all my small shirts away.
I'm a
small. You had small.
Yeah,
I'm an L, but I think I was supposed to be an L way before I became an L.
Really?
I was trying to hang on to the M.
Hang in there.
I was trying to hang on to the M.
When you start getting gifts and no one asked you what your size was, and they just go, "Oh, he's a large."
That's gotta be a large.
But and people out there are like, that's nothing. I'm a triple XL, but that's the point. I went from M to L, which means an XL could easily happen in my near future.
Very hard to keep in the M, in that M category.
Now that I look back at some of my my pictures, I should have got out of the M
Get
sooner
out of the
than
M
I did,
a little sooner,
but I refused.
You do try to put up that fucking mighty battle, but.
Well, the good news is I still fit in some of your clothes that you've given me over the years.
Oh, good, yeah.
Oh,
it's really weird to see all my old jeans worn by the staff.
I'm wearing some today, I think.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to have a whole bunch of new stuff coming in soon.
The thing about Travis, though, is that, he's scared about turning into, what Roland is now.
Yeah.
And he goes, I kind of feel, I guess, and this must be what Jimmy felt like when, he decided to quit smoking.
That's the first thing I thought of.
When he saw that, the guy with the what may or may not have been mouth cancer or whatever, and it freaked Jim out to the point where he actually quit.
He quit smoking that day, yeah.
So, Travis is trying to relate to that and say, I feel like that. I should stop eating all this garbage.
So it gives
and shit.
you motivation.
So, Travis goes out to lunch or picks up lunch to bring back. 15 minutes later, he walks in, smells delicious. What is it, everyone? Burger King, a fucking steakhouse sandwich and barbecue sauce and fries.
There you go.
Just think what he would have gotten.
Yeah,
Two
probably
of them.
two.
Yeah. See, he did cut back.
Nah, you're making me feel better by, reminding me
good.
how old.
I just totally fucked him.
Keep justifying all of his shitty eating habits.
Roland was
Let him turn
younger,
into a big fat pig.
How old are you?
29. I'll be 30 in March.
Wow, once you hit 32.
I swear to you, man.
The metabolism kicks down a few notches.
I swear to you, when I hit 30, I felt like metabolism changed that day.
It did, that day.
I don't know what it is. It's obviously psychological when you hit the big 3-0. But I started, the weight would stay on.
I'm in.
I used to be able to eat whatever the fuck I wanted, and I never gained a pound. But when I hit 30, it just all changed.
Well, we'll see what happens this year. This is the big 30 year, so.
Big 30 year.
Yeah, I'll be 30 in March.
Your metabolism sounds like in a movie when they have to cut power down by 30% at the power plant, and you just hear that wine go, That's your metabolism. And those Burger King things will stack up on you pretty quick.
They're delicious.
Yeah, they are delicious.
Have you guys seen
I haven't had one in years.
Have you seen the BK house? I saw that on the way home yesterday. Dude, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that? There is a Whopper bar.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. I think. Is it called the BK Whopper
It's
bar?
the Whopper bar.
Yeah. Or is it the BK house?
They got all sorts of good stuff.
We saw this thing for the first time walking. I decided to walk from the garden. I walked 50 blocks or something like that last night.
And it's rolling.
Hey, rolling.
But how does rolling? Now, I want to know this.
All the Travis saying the same denials I've been saying to myself for years.
Is that it? I want to know how Roland fits into some of these Bruce Springsteen shirts that you've had for years.
What?
You fit into some of these Springsteen shirts that you have had for years.
Do you want to know the secret?
What?
You gotta go online and buy vintage and order 3 sizes bigger.
Oh, okay.
Roland plans ahead.
The original
planning
shirt.
ahead?
Oh, girlfriend, I can't fit in those. I'll be like this.
No, girlfriend.
I'll tell you, I have rebought some old shirts.
Have you?
Yeah.
Just
Like, well, I really like that shirt. I'm gonna, just go one
I
size.
rebought 15 Bruce Springsteen shirts, so people won't go, "Hey, he still fits. He can't be that big."
Oh, that's true. It's like, hey, well.
So you're wearing the same shirt,
Yes, I
same
just go in the
design.
corner and go, "Tear."
Tier. Oh,
So you got the.
Yeah, the trunk LTDs you could go on. They're more expensive, but you're like, fuck it.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that because I'm like, yeah, Roland's wearing these old shirts, and I know he's gone to Bruce. I know he's probably bought the shirt, and then how did it fit? But
Oh no!
I thought you were thinking ahead and like a skinny little
How great
Roland
is that?
in this giant shirt back in the day.
But he has to put the smaller size back in the drawer and pick out the exact same shirt in a larger size, and no one has noticed the difference.
What do you do with your small shirts? You can't let them sit there reminding you.
No, I just like toss them. I give them to homeless people, so I walk around the neighborhood. I can see them wearing it. Makes me laugh.
The in-shape homeless people?
Yeah, bastards. They walk everywhere.
Yes, they do a lot of walking.
One thing about being homeless, man, you don't fucking have that beer
belly. A lot of walking.
Some homeless guy
drink
with
a lot of
20
beer,
Bruce
too.
Springsteen shirts.
No,
It's Seinfeld shirts.
Roland, thanks for a great experience last night at the Rangers
no
game,
problem.
man.
Yeah,
Were you excited to meet Ron Duguay?
No, it was like Rocky. He walked around the table, hey. And the guy, oh my God, tell me a story. I'm like, I'm eating my shrimp. I could care less.
Tell me a story. Yeah, so there I was on the ice.
Me and Roland tried to not get a picture with Ron Duguay because it was just awkward and weird because you could tell. He insisted. And I'm like, all right.
Oh, I hate when they do that here in the studio, too. Sometimes it's like, hey, how about a picture? And I'm sitting here like, I didn't ask.
Right. We just wanted to eat our food.
Yeah.
The 4 fat bankers. Ron, who's going to win the game? Well, boys, it's going to be a tough game. But
We actually
come
heard
out
that.
top.
We actually heard that.
Yeah, Ron, yeah.
Oh, man. Ron was the cheerleader. That's nice.
And his supermodel wife, Kim Alexis, looked pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah. She's still a hot, though.
Huh? Very attractive. What the hell is that?
What the hell is that thing?
That, my friend, is the New York Pizza Burger, available at the Whopper Bar.
It is a giant hamburger sliced up into slices like a pizza. So you could just grab a triangle of it.
Good.
By the way, I saw the name on the menu, so I dumped it into Google Images, and the website that this picture is hosted on is called thisiswhyyou'refat.com.
Roland, you want to split one?
1, will you 2? Please.
Wow. Yeah, let me read you what's in there. It's 4 Whopper patties, slices of pepperoni and mozzarella cheese with marinara sauce and some other kind of sauce on a sesame seed bun.
What Danny did, just talk food porn to me.
That's like porn. Yeah, that's like you reading
Should I read
porno.
you the Meat Beast Whopper?
Meat Beast?
What is
Roland.
that?
Ooh, it's crispy bacon.
What a brilliant idea.
And sliced pepperoni topped with melted American cheese.
What
is this
idea.
now? You go.
Sounds delicious.
You go in and you make your own Whopper. You can make your own, or you pick from one of these.
That's crazy.
It's called the Whopper Bar. First time I saw it last night. It says BK Whopper
And where
Bar.
is it? On 7th?
It's right outside Times Square. Is the one we saw.
It's in the ghetto.
Look at all the toppings.
In the ghetto.
And what about that fucking guy? I just told the story on the air. The guy trying to hold back the car.
I was cheering for him to get run over.
Dude, how close was it? And the woman screaming like, "What are you doing?" Like it was the dumbest thing.
She didn't write down the license plate. She didn't call anybody. She just screamed. I'm like,
right. But why would you do that?
That's her job.
A little fender bender, and you're getting in front of the car, and the guy's like, "Fuck that! I'm not stopping," so we could exchange info. Oh, you got the calorie count?
Oh, no.
Love the calorie count. Help me out here. Where are we at?
Well, first up is the New York Pizza Burger, which is actually 6 servings. So if you manage to mow that whole thing down, that's 2,500 calories.
Oh my God! Look at the cholesterol count.
It's 380 milligrams of cholesterol.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Is that bad?
Almost 4,000 milligrams of sodium.
3780 milligrams of sodium.
Is that a lot?
Yeah.
But dude, check out all that protein.
But, they say 6 servings. Come on. 2 guys could tackle that.
Yeah. 6 servings, my ass. You're not going to have one of those little slice things and go like, oh, that's it for me.
If they intended you to eat it that way, they'd sell it by the slice.
Yeah, yes.
Or if you're hungover, one person, right out.
One person.
Well, that's what pisses me off about. That's what pisses me off about ice cream and stuff. You go to the store and you get a pint of ice cream.
Yeah.
And then you see the calories, like whatever.
Like, I could deal with that.
It says like, let's say it's like a low-fat frozen yogurt or something. It goes, 200 calories. I'm like, I could eat this 200 calories.
Nice.
And then it says how many servings in the little pint. 6 servings.
6.
It's like no one eats that.
No, you eat the whole thing.
When you eat ice cream, you eat the whole fucking
if you're
thing.
going for it.
Right.
Triple
But they
Whopper.
fucking try to trick you with that serving shit.
A triple Whopper.
How many calories?
It's just...
With or without mayo.
Gotta go mayo.
1,160.
Gotta go mayo.
60.
That's half.
Then with cheese, 12.
That's just about half your calories for the day.
Sodium count and everything.
And that doesn't count the French fries you would get with it, the soda.
Or the drink, yeah.
How do people not drop dead just eating this, like, right on the spot?
I've had triple Whoppers.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
It's almost like The Simpsons where Homer was thin, eating everything. And then this stops and
Look,
then
man,
flash forward until now.
If we want to make a run, I'll buy at the Whopper Bar. You guys want to check one of these out? Which one you want, man? Let's or whatever.
I say
I'll find out.
an array
Find
of
out.
selections.
Well, let's check out the Whopper Bar.
Craziness.
You want to check out the pizza one?
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
But we'll all have a slice.
We can all have one serving.
No, we
Yeah,
could get a
one
few.
is not too bad.
Let's get a few different Whoppers. I'm buying today. I want to check out this Whopper Bar.
They better get some spray in those bathrooms.
I fucking worked out yesterday after about a week of not, and I am in pain, and I'm not letting that go for naught. There's no fucking way I'm biting into one of those goddamn
You don't
things.
want to bite into the meat beast?
No, I'm not eating the meat beast.
Wow, they're just...
Yeah, of course. Save that clip.
I'm always thinking.
At least I said I'm not.
We'll just cut that out.
As the years go by...
eating the meat. And that one too.
As the years go by, they're just making it harder and harder to try to eat relatively healthy.
That's
now they got
crazy.
the Whopper Bar.
You know what is great, too? Times Square, you got that stupid Mayor Bloomberg doing everything to try to keep people healthy, and the smoking thing, the sodium, the trans fats, everything. Yet when he sees an opportunity for a company to come into Times Square and dish out death money, he has no problem.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Right.
Come on in. Oh, Times Square's open for you there. Whopper Bar. That sounds great.
Right.
How about you look at some of the fucking stats on that food, you dummy?
Yeah, Burger King's bad enough, and now they've just they upped the ante with the
Yeah.
Whopper Bar. Of course, you're making a great
he's
point.
fucking full of shit.
Why are you
That's
allowing
why.
these businesses to pop into Times
Yeah.
Square if you care about what people are eating?
Terrible. That's
asshole.
That's just like somebody smoking inside the place. If you're ordering that fucking pizza thing and you're eating the whole thing, you might as well be smoking in that Whopper Bar, and you would get thrown out or arrested or whatever, or a ticket at least.
I want to thank the casino for having a smoking area in the casino. It was terrific, where all the smoke knew where to go. It was just in this one area.
One area.
In this nice. It was weird. Like the smoke didn't go anywhere else because it was a smoking area.
Smoking area.
And the
It
smoke,
knows not to
and
leave
the smoke
it.
just knew.
Of course.
Holy shit!
Can't
It
stand
was like
that.
old school with my fucking clothes.
Really, I know. I can't stand that smoky. Ugh.
We should take our first break. Roland, thank you though. That was a wonderful night, man. And you are my hero. I woke up in the middle of the night laughing. I think I could tell the story as long as I keep the names out.
You could do that.
The flash was on.
Yeah, might as
You
well.
stupid. Should I tell the story? I don't know if I should tell the story. Should I tell the story? What do you think, Ant?
If it's, kosher.
Let me think it over. I'll get it on the air. I gotta think this one out. But Roland, fuck, dude, you make me laugh so hard. All right. Hey, with this production piece, Danny, as we go to break, what is it? I don't know this one. Voss.
You want to save it
today?
We could save it for him.
No, we'll play it now, and then we can play it again.
All right. This was an idea Derek had because, of course, Voss always has to get a deal, and he thought it was time that maybe it was time for an intervention.
Oh, a little deal type, a cheap guy intervention. Yeah. Oh, I get it. I see where he's going here. Uh-oh.
On an all-new Jewish intervention.
Why are you always looking for a deal on everything? That's what I do, okay? This is my friend.
Comedian and Jew Rich Voss is confronted about his frugal spending habits.
You never buy yourself nice stuff. The car's always 2 years old. Nice other people's shit. There's always something going on with you.
Will this once semi-famous comedian be saved by his more famous friends?
You got to go to this new website. Everything's on sale, like high-end shit. See, it's always that. That's what... Everything on everything. When was the last thing you actually bought something brand new and didn't go looking for a deal? You don't get it.
Can the aging stand-up break the stereotype that Jews really are cheap?
There's no bartering. There's no... I mean, maybe a little, hey, do this, do that, take a couple.
You got a Dead Guy's Watch on you?
See this right here? See this shit right here?
Dead Guy's Watch.
Or is it simply too late?
It's too fucking late for him to change. Rich is what he is. He's gonna go to a fucking garage sale.
It's not the bargain. It's the fun of negotiating, man. It's not the bargain. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
I don't believe him.
Find out on an all-new Jewish intervention.
The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus. Sirius XM.
We got Rich Voss coming in today.
Yes.
And Stephen Merchant. Very excited about Stephen Merchant. Ricky Gervais's partner in crime, basically.
Yeah, one of them. They got that, goddamn, they got that new show where they send, what's his name? Oh, fuck. That little round-headed nut.
Carl.
Yeah, they send him all over the world.
Really?
Yeah. Fucking
Where's that
hysterical.
On? Science Channel?
Yeah. Carl.
So we'll talk to Stephen Merchant at 9. Rich Voss will be here in about an hour, half hour, something like that. And we could stay silly or we could get serious. What do you want to do?
Oh, Christ. Yeah, I hate getting serious.
You do, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got Michael Moore.
Well, how are we spelling it?
S-I-R.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Moore. Yeah.
Michael Moore and Rachel Maddow talking guns.
Yeah,
it's
that's
all about
great.
the guns lately. You got to talk about guns.
Michael Moore is just proving he's very accurate.
What?
I read what he said, and I'm like, well, describes me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like, what am I going to do?
Well, let's play this clip then. They can't get enough of the gun discussion on TV these days.
They love talking guns.
I'm more worried about cabs and fucking those black town cars.
I love the guns.
Than guns.
My God, man.
Yes, and I am loath to bring up what is in our head because we don't like to talk about it so much. But on this particular day, on Martin Luther King Day, I think this needs to be said. That imaginary person that's going to break into your home and kill you, who does that person look like? It's not freckled-faced Jimmy down the street, is it really? I mean, that's not what really people, we never really want to talk about the racial or the class part of this in terms of how it's the poor or it's people of color that we imagine we're afraid of. Why are we afraid? What is that? And it's been a fear that has existed for a very, very long time. And, but I love this quote by Martin Luther King. Somebody said to him one time, why do we need to enact a federal anti-lynching law? I mean, you can't force people to love each other. You can't, a law isn't going to make somebody not a racist. And he said, yeah, that's true. You can't legalize us getting along with each other. But I have a feeling if we pass an anti-lynching law, it probably is going to help. And it did. And we need these laws. but we also need to address the larger issue of why are we such a violent people, and not just personal domestic violence, but a nation that invades other countries, that has such a huge weapons budget, that just seems just so intent on violence being the answer. And I think that's the thing. We want to dance around here. We're afraid of really talking about it. If we can just focus on something else, we're going to be okay.
He is such an asshole, by the way.
But we met him.
I have to address.
But we met him.
Yeah, we met him. All right.
He was nice to us. He liked us.
Because he's a phony crock of shit, is what I saw.
I can't
he's
hate any
phony.
I can't hate anyone I've met.
I hate him. He's a phony. He's a phony. He's got an image and a persona that he puts across as this, liberal, look at me, I'm out for this little guy thing. And then you sit and talk with him for 10 minutes and you realize he's a fucking, he's just a showbiz guy looking to sell his next project.
Aren't they all show busy on TV, though?
Oh, yeah. But he tries to come across
like he's not show busy?
Really into his causes and stuff.
It's hard to take Bill O'Reilly serious when he's yelling and screaming, and then does a plug for his fucking no spin zone coffee mug,
coffee mugs,
and
everything.
Frisbees, and whatever else he slaps a label on.
Everyone's hawking
Keith Olbermann does the same shit.
Let me address something here.
Sure.
Statistically, Michael Moore described what home invaders look like and where they come from. This imaginary person that breaks into your house, if they're there to rob your house or unless it's a personal attack on you for something work-related or marriage dispute or cheating or something like that, if a criminal is breaking into your house in a home invasion, statistically, it's probably going to be a young black male. That's just police investigating attempted break-in in Kings Point, Long Island home invasion. It's right up on the Fox 5 screen I'm looking at right now.
Why is Long Island...
Now, get me a description, please.
Why is Long Island the capital of home invasions?
Because I'll tell you why.
For the people, I hope they understand, we're in Manhattan right now, okay? To our east is Long Island. To our west is Jersey. And then you go north, you got Connecticut and all that. But when it comes to home invasions, they never talk about home invasions in Jersey or anywhere else. It's always Long Island. Why?
Long Island's an easy place to do a home invasion because you're close to major thoroughfares, major arteries that take you right back to the city again. So you could rob a place, get back on the highway, and then you're back on the road. You're out of that town for that you just robbed a house in, and you're back into the city, wherever the fuck you come from, probably the city.
Mm-hmm.
But the thought that Michael Moore sits there and says that statistics say that the gun crime, things like this, gang-related violence, it's going to be minorities. It's going to be minorities. And when he talks about why we're such a violent country and going to war against other nations, that's his idea of a violent country is the white politician being violent or this asshole in Arizona being the violent guy with the gun. Hey, Michael Moore, how about the fucking thousands of gang-related minority shootings that happen with illegal guns every year in this country?
Mm-hmm.
Address those. What, those people get a free pass, Michael Moore? Because they're black or Hispanic? Because white people are afraid of home invasions? Of which, as I'm talking about you and this imaginary home invasion shit, I look up on the TV at the same time. Swear to God. We were just talking about it. I look up, and right by my home, I'm looking at a home invasion. So don't tell me what's imaginary. By the way, you fat fuck. I bet I could talk to him live down there at the Whopper place. I might as well just go down there. Odds are he's down there.
Getting his breakfast.
He's a guy that does not want to look at reality. He's got this fucking fantasy world in his head that all this crime, all this minority crime, black on black crime, black on white, Hispanic against black, black against Hispanic. Look at the L.A. gangs just wiping each other out. He thinks that somehow White people are all responsible for this violence. It's Whitey. It ain't Whitey. Tell them to behave. Make a movie called Fucking Behave.
Jesus.
How about you do that?
What the hell
Bowling for Behave. Do that. I want to see you make that movie. Bowling for Behave. Fuck him.
Wow. And Michael Moore, to add to the discussion, he's an NRA member, isn't he? Lifetime.
He did that to fucking be able to fuck with the NRA. It's like Easy E going to the fucking Republican dinner.
All right, when did he join the NRA?
Probably when he was a kid. He said
I'm here Lifetime. So
he said
if he was a kid, he didn't know any better as a kid. But if he joined the NRA only, 10 years ago or so, then it's very calculated.
I don't know when he joined the NRA. He's in one of his movies. It might be Bowling for Columbine. He talks about how he had hunted as a kid, and him and his dad would go out and shoot with rifles and
the hell was he hunting
like
in Flint, Michigan?
Yeah, Flint, Michigan. Yeah, go to Flint now, and of course it's all
I'm
because
hunting
of
the guy that took my car.
Yeah.
That's Flint, Michigan.
And all the crime there is because of the auto industry going down and white people again, just rich white people fucking over why there's so much crime.
Yeah.
How about you just behave? How about you don't depend on Whitey to fuck you over or do good for you? How about you look around your neighborhood, realize, holy shit, there's a shitstorm going on every fucking night here with gunfire and everything else. And you fucking take care of your own block. And then the other guys take care of their block. And before you know it, you got a little neighborhood starting. It's like a game, like Sim City. There you go. It's like Sim City. Fix your shit.
I thought you wanted to stay in a good mood.
Bowling for Behave.
That's going to be the line of the day.
I'm tired of him.
We got to do line of the day again. It's time.
Yeah.
With bowling, what is it?
Bowling for Behave.
Bowling for Behave.
Just behave yourselves.
We got to bring back line of the day officially.
Michael Moore's an asshole. And I'll tell you one thing.
We had him on the show. You didn't say any of this stuff to him.
If he was here right now today and he came up with that lame-ass fuck statement that everybody that owns a gun is racist and fears fears people of color. That's what it is. You fear people of color and you're racist. How is it racist and fearing people of color when every time I see a home invasion, convenience store security cameras, people being shot, a large majority of the time, it's minorities doing it. I'm just stating fact here. I've looked at FBI statistics. I've looked at them. I've seen them. And he just wants to, he's constantly blaming Whitey. See, he had to say, it's not the freckle-faced guy. The white guy?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the alarm commercials. He must love those. Oh, look, it's an accurate depiction of a white guy kicking in the door in a suburban neighborhood. Stop already. This Michael Moore with his lines of shit. What's the matter? No interest in any of your projects? You got to come up and chime in on this Tucson situation?
Well, why don't we get him on the air? Roland, try to get Michael Moore on the air today.
Yeah, get the Michael Moore.
Yeah, he might take a call from us today.
Michael Moore.
Yeah.
Stop it already.
No Whoppers till 10:30.
More importantly.
And no more Pizza Burger.
Why did they get rid of that?
The fuck is going on with our Whoppers?
I'm getting the text updates from Trav Dog.
Trav Dog went to, tell him to go to Pop-Tart World.
Oh, stupid Pop.
Tell him to stop by Pop-Tart World and see if that place is still in business.
How's that place doing?
Worst business idea ever, Pop-Tart World. Check it out for yourself if you ever make it to Times Square.
Yeah.
It's a disaster of a business model.
They thought it was going to be like the M&M store, and they ain't quite panning out, is it?
Not at all. So
Tart store.
Joseph H. from Charlotte. Did Jay Moore really say this? Per Jay Moore, he writes, Rachel Maddow is Fred Savage all grown up.
That's pretty good. What was Rachel Maddow saying? Anything?
No,
Did she
really.
chime in?
Not really.
Everyone that owns a gun, as Michael Moore says, is racist and has a fear of people of color. Media.
Let me go to Justin in Tampa. He wants to argue with you a little bit.
All right, Justin.
We're not going to make a thing out of this. We're going to move on to other material. But Justin, you got through in the nick of time. Go.
All right. How much of this? And I know you say you read the FBI statistics, but how much of this is the media covering, the black guy that's the home invader? And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, there's a story about this 19-year-old black girl who comes home from college, goes to visit some friends in Baltimore, and disappears. And, the mayor or the police chief of Baltimore says, this is our Natalie Holloway, but it's a black girl. No one's covering it. If it was a little white girl, it would be all over the news. So how much does the media play a role in this?
Well, you're talking about two different things. As far as abductions go, the media will always concentrate a lot more on the little blonde-haired white girl than they will the black girl. Don't know why. That's just the way it is.
I've never seen a program stopped for a special report because a black girl is missing.
Yeah.
So I guess if you watch TV, you got to assume that black girls are never abducted.
Never abducted,
right?
Just never happens, I guess.
They're not going to stop your American Idol to tell you that some girl went missing, black girl went missing. But if she has blonde hair and blue eyes, boy, man,
yeah,
you're not going to be watching American Idol for a while.
It's dude, it also has to do with demographics, and the news wants to tug on the old heartstrings of the most people they can. And when you're talking 10, 11% of the population being black, I think the news sees that as like, well, how many people are really going to be interested? But if we put a little, blonde Jean Bonnet-looking thing on there, we're going to really get a lot of viewers. Now, that's totally different than black crime, because that could be looked at with statistics, with arrest records, with it's something that could actually be looked at. And it's very rare. I would love to watch First 48 and see a fuckload of white people killing other white people on that show, and have investigators find out that, it's a couple of white guys and they killed a white guy. It's constantly black on black murders on First 48. Very rarely you'll see white people. You'll see Hispanics. But for the most part, it's amazing how many black people are killing each other out there.
Well, so Anthony, then, is it, can we agree that it's a lot of how do we scare white people in the media?
No,
we scare white people by showing little white girls being abducted.
How is it? I'm not talking about white girls being abducted. That's not my point. I'm never making that point. I agree with that. What I'm saying is crime. I'm talking gun crime here. Let's talk gun crime. We're talking about a lot of disproportionate number of minorities committing gun crimes.
Well, I'll agree with that. But
all right.
At the same time, it's when white people get angry at each other, we don't shoot each other, we sue each other. It's just
is that a tattoo?
A totally different thing.
Yeah. So you called up to argue, yet you're agreeing with me?
No. What I'm saying is my argument was how much of it is the media just wanting to show what they want to show and wanting to show things that scare the people watching.
Nah, you're arguing apples and eggplants. I don't want to sit here and argue that.
Whoa.
All right, boys. You'll have a good day.
All right. See, he got scared. He ran away.
He did run away.
So what? Bowling for what?
Bowling for behave.
Bowling for behave.
Bowling for behave.
I'm trying to think if we could rework some other black movies with the word behave.
I'm sick of him.
I'm smelling a bit today.
I'm sick of Michael Moore.
Are you? Is he really hurting anybody?
Yes.
Who's
He's
he hurting?
Spreading his dumb ass shit liberal bullshit propaganda. And that dumbass no ratings channel with Rachel Manow.
No,
isn't that funny?
No, they cleaned her up and
they
made her
didn't
look like
clean her up.
They made her look like a girl before they gave her a TV show.
A girl?
Have you seen the pictures of her before they decided to put her on TV?
Yeah, but
they softened her up.
Yeah, well,
she's
she
more
still
manly
looks like
than Travis before she was doing TV.
Looks like a guy.
Find pictures of what she used to look like before they had to make her sort of look feminine for MSNBC.
Looks like a man.
That's why I said sort of. This is what she used to look like.
Oh, crap.
You would say that's a guy.
Yeah, I would say that was a gay man.
She looks like B.J. Novak.
B.J. Novak.
From The Office, anybody?
Oh, okay.
But she used to look exactly like a college.
Yeah, she looks
boy.
like some kind of a gay college
and
boy.
MSNBC's like, look, man, if you want a TV show, we're going to have to make you look like a feminine. We're going to have to make you look like a woman, I should say. Sorry. So they softened her up. She doesn't want to fucking look like that. She wants to look like a boy. Badly.
Yeah.
Badly she wants to look like a boy. Oh, wow. Very good observation,
looks
Danny.
like him. Yep.
Trying to look for
B.J.
one
Novak.
with B.J. in glasses.
Yeah, put him in glasses, and it looks like Rachel.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just tired of Michael Moore and his fucking bullshit.
Michael Morse. Paul Stanley, 59 today.
Wow.
Dude, your favorite. Bill Maher. Did you send him a birthday card?
Oh,
55
Bill Maher.
years old today.
Why don't Bill Maher and Michael Moore sit there and just suck each other's cocks? They could sit there and just suck each other's liberal cocks. Yuck. Big fatty. Let's see fucking Bill Maher has to lift up Michael Moore's big belly fat and just jack his dick off into his own fucking Bill Maher mouth.
Danny, you got to tweet that. That's very good. Separated
That is good, man.
Rachel
Wow.
Maddow, before they made her look like a girl, and B.J.
Novak from the
she
American
still
Office.
looks From the American Office. Huh?
She still looks like a boy.
Yeah, but they had to soften her.
Also, this just in from Travis. He sent me a picture
Come on.
of the Pop-Tart store.
No one's in it, right?
It's empty and torn down.
Done!
Wait, is it done?
It looks like it. I see boxes inside.
It's done.
It looks all packed
Did
up.
we say that this was not going to last?
Nah.
When are people going to understand we are truly seers? We see everything before it happens.
It's like the Scotch tape store.
When that
and
Pop-Tart
the
world
left-hand store
hit Times Square, we went on the radio and said, this fucking thing is never going to last.
No.
How many months was that?
I got to look.
I would guess it was like in the spring. Maybe it lasted 6 months. Maybe.
Yeah.
But it's already gone.
It was supposed to be a temporary store, though.
Really?
Yeah, it says here from August through December.
Oh, really? Is that what they're
The
saying?
Pop-Tarts brand popped up its very own temporary store in Times Square.
They're trying to save face.
Yeah, they were feeling it out.
Times Square is a prime location. They put a store like that in there, and they see what happens.
Yeah.
And if they were doing a lot of business, they would have kept the fucking store
stayed
running.
there.
So that's bullshit.
Oh.
All right. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is sort of what I'm going for. We got a bit. Adam in Michigan. Adam.
Morning, fellas.
What's up, Adam?
I want the boys to behave in the hood.
Oh, behave in the hood.
Behave in the hood.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Well,
you don't like the bit?
I think it's accurate.
It's a bit. Phone bit. It's a bit.
Behave. That's all.
Oh, this guy's very concerned for you.
Yeah? What's
Oh,
the
Afro
problem?
Nerd. I know Afro Nerd.
All righty.
Afro Nerd. It's been a while.
Yes. Good morning, gentlemen.
And I like it that way, by the way.
Not too bad. Listen.
Or what you have to say. Yes, go ahead, Afro Nerd.
Okay. You know how I feel. I'm the first guy that says that we need to have some kind of martial law in some of these areas that are affected. Camden cut half their police force. I mean, it's going to be anarchy over there, more anarchy than we've ever known.
Brilliant idea.
But Anthony, you're acting as if there's no such thing as lower tier white people.
What?
Yaphank, whatever. Coram, Riverhead. There are pockets of meth labs. You have all kinds of quote unquote trashy Caucasian people getting it in, as they say, just like lower tier black people. I use the word deracializing. You're not sticking to it. We're talking about a class thing. We're not talking about just
No. We're not just. Don't try to lump it into a class thing, because here's what the deal is. Also, I've talked about white trash so much. I love white trash. When we watch Hoarders, I could just sit there and look at this hillbilly shit white trash sitting in their own crap with 8,000 cats. I know what lower class white trash is. I've seen it. I've lived amongst it. I know it. Believe me. What I'm talking about is violent crime. violent crime, because that's what Michael Moore was saying. Violence in America, violent crime. It's very disproportionate, white to black. Very disproportionate.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with the disproportionate nature of crime, but you're acting as if blacks cannot be the end-all and be-all of crime if we're only, 10 or 12% of the population?
But amazingly enough, it's 50% at least of the prison population? Wow. So it can't be the end-all, be-all? It would sure, if there wasn't any black crime, it sure the fuck would cut down on crime. Wouldn't you say?
Listen, there's different types of crime. Bernie Madoff was one man.
Exactly.
One man and responsible for
violent crime is what Michael Moore was talking about. This violence in America, handgun violence, gun violence, killing, murders with guns, violence. I'm not talking about white-collar crime. You want to start a conversation on that? We'll talk about that. But I'm talking about violent crime. Stick to the subject.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, when you're dealing with this type of crime,
yeah.
Unfortunately, it is race specific with the victim and the victimizer, right? So what you're failing to realize is that this type of crime is not really affecting you.
Oh, you don't think black on white crime is big also? Let me tell you something. I've looked at the stats. Look at the stats again. Black on black crime is gigantic. Black on white crime is huge. White on black crime, oh, look at how that stat drops down.
Listen, for you personally, this is like Sally Struthers and flies around the heads of poor kids in Africa.
Yeah.
To you. In other words,
why is that?
You just don't like it because it makes you feel uncomfortable.
So it can't happen to me. What are you guaranteeing as a black person? You're now guaranteeing my safety. Is that what you're doing?
I can't guarantee.
Well, why not? You say it shouldn't involve me or concern me. That I walk down certain streets or I'm in certain areas where I have to be more concerned about my safety than other areas.
Right now, you have to.
Can I get a PBA card? Could I get a PBA card from the black community that will get me out of trouble if I go to get accosted in some way, shape, or form?
Listen, right now, you need to be concerned with the thin white male in the thong with the.
Oh, right, because let me tell you something. Because that's just running rampant. That runs rampant. Crimes like we saw in Tucson. Oh my God! Every day you hear about that shit going on. Would you stop it? You and the fucking news should stop it. Start fucking telling us the racial background of every fucking shooting they report on television. Could you please do that, news? Could you please say young black male? We're looking for a young black male in connection with a shooting. Instead of only when it happens in Tucson, a thin white guy with a gun, with an assault gun. How about be honest and let's hear what the real fucking stats are instead of hiding behind liberal bullshit and political correctness.
Listen, I'm the first to tell you, like I said, I'm the first to admit about the disproportionate crime. I'm not making excuses, but at the same time, you're not admitting that the media has a role in this because they do not want to tell you the truth. They're still force feeding us liberalism.
They don't want to tell us the truth about how come when they say, all right, there was a rape in, let's say, a predominantly black neighborhood, and they say there's a rapist running around raping women. He's described as a male, 6 feet tall. He was wearing a blue hoodie. How about you say he's a black male, and then we could cut out fucking 90% of the population if we're looking for this guy. But they don't fucking say that. Why?
Listen.
If the news is why?
No, because the news is a business. That's why.
Well, if they're trying, you're trying to have it both ways. If they're trying to scare us and make the black person so scary to white people, why wouldn't they report every crime and tell us the race?
Listen, I think the print media does that. You see a black or brown face on the print media.
Maybe if they show a picture, I never see in the written description. Never see in the written description black. They've taken it out of descriptions of criminals in the newspaper and on the fucking news. It's amazing.
I don't listen. I see some of that, but not wholeheartedly.
Well, you know what? I look.
I see my fair share of faces, Anthony.
I look.
Brown faces. So I'm looking like you're looking.
All right.
But at the same time, you're not admitting the media very slanted. You're not going to get accuracy. When the gentleman called up before, you were very skirtish with him. But he was telling you, what he was saying to you was that the media has, listen, if a girl has gone missing, who cares what the race is? It's a story. It's newsworthy. It shouldn't have an element of demographics. Your demographics is a red herring.
Well, then let's throw the news out of it completely and go to what I was talking about before, the statistics, crime statistics. Let's go to that instead of the news. Fuck the news. They're a business. They're in it for the money. They're not going to report certain things accurately. Fine. I'll even say, all right, how about statistically disproportionate number of violence in the black community that's not addressed? It's blamed on white people by liberals like Michael Moore.
Well, listen, you're not going to have a guy. There's enough conservative black people and brown people, different points of view, that the media does not want to hear from. So you're making it seem as if African Americans are not coming out on a certain angle on this. They want to hear from me. They'd rather hear from Sharpton or the usual cast of characters. They choose who they want to take a position on this stuff, and then that's the way to.
So you just give up because the news. So you just give up because the news isn't paying attention. How about what I said before? Taking care of your block, taking care of your neighborhoods, taking care of crime and children, fathering children, and not fathering fucking 10 kids and not paying attention to any of them and perpetuating this thing. White people are doing that to black people. Really? Really?
Did I say that?
No. Michael Moore will. That's what he says. How about looking at how this country operates and assimilating to it and using it to your advantage? And I'm talking about to anybody out there, and making the best out of it, making the best out of where you live, and not fucking shit up.
Listen, I told you time and time again, there is a position, there is a business that throws a certain image, a certain viewpoint, alleged black viewpoint instead of a multifaceted black viewpoint. The news doesn't want to hear that. They're not going to hear from people who think differently, where a certain type of thought process could permeate throughout the black community. We're being sold a defeatist culture. This is
sold real. A defeatist culture. Look at you as a people are not smart enough to say, wow, why don't we pull ourselves up? Then what are you saying? You're playing a blame game. You're blaming again.
I'm not blaming.
You're being sold by who?
Every day. Listen, I listen every day. People are sheep. They're stupid. They buy products they don't need. We're dummies.
Is that are you stupid enough to realize that killing each other and fathering a ridiculous amount of children with different women isn't good for the community and your people? Do you understand that?
I understand. I talk about it every day.
All right. Well,
listen, I have my own radio show on the internet. Listen, they're not going to call out me. They don't want to hear my viewpoint. It's not the black.
Well, keep it up then, and keep it up, and see how many people come around.
I'm sending something to Scott Greenstein right now. Let's see what happens.
Well,
how do we find your radio show, their Afro Nerd? I want to give someone else a chance here. What's the plug?
Here's something different. AfroNerdRadio.com.
All right, very good, sir. Thank you.
I'll check that
Always
out.
a pleasure when you call the show, all right?
I'll check that out after I go to the other website.
Let me go to Gary, a couple more, and then we got to take a break. Gary.
What's up?
It says angry black guy.
All right.
No, I'm not angry, but, I mean, Afro Nerd has, to a degree, a valid point, but, Ant, you're beating a dead horse, man.
Why?
Every nigga you get on the program they're gonna take it somewhere where it don't need to go. They don't seem to understand. It's like a mental block when you say violent crime.
Yeah.
They take it someplace else. And you'll get this with every black caller that you get. I come from Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how many niggas you get on the phone, they're always going to go. If you get Patrice on the phone to argue with you right now, he's going to go someplace else. That other dickhead that called talking about child abductions. You was talking nothing about that.
Yeah, sticking to one subject at a time, yeah.
Yeah, and they got, black people got a hard time understanding that. They really do. I mean, it's not about self-hatred with me, but, I understand your frustration. It's like talking to kids. You tell them one thing, and then they go someplace else, and then you look at them like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's basically what you just went through. That whole conversation with Apple Nerd was basically based on that. He's telling you he agrees with you, but yet he called up. And how much time of yours did he waste? I just fucking wasted all that time listening to that.
Actually, I'm going to have to listen to it later in the replay because I left the studio. I just played a tape of me from last week.
All right.
That's the first time I really heard that he wasn't making that much sense.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Gary.
Hey, thanks, man.
Thank you. Let me go to Scotty in Virginia. Scotty.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Scotty.
Turn down your radio, Scotty. You're live. We got a little delay, actually.
Turn it down. Hey, now some of what you're saying I agree with, but you got to take, Caucasians have to take their blame and their role in what's going on in the African-American community.
And how's that?
Number one, hold on, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Number one, we don't produce anything. A lot of the crime is drug-related crimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't produce any drugs, right? We are consumers of drugs, and your separation due all the way back to slavery, right?
Yeah.
So you have, and the economy. We don't control the economy. White people fucked up the economy, not us. So when there has to be a means to still make it.
You're blaming. You're
So
playing
you
the
have
blame game. How about let me ask you a quick question now. So you're saying that because white people run the economy and white people apparently, I think what you were saying is that white people are bringing the drugs into the community because you don't produce them, you're just consuming them. So that makes you fuck 10 different women and have 10 different kids with them. How does that link together?
Hold on. So you're saying only blacks father numbers of kids?
No, I've seen white trash do it time and time again.
Not just white trash. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I've seen white trash father amazing amounts of kids.
I have one child.
Yeah, okay.
And in our community, you hear about the crimes, but I know in my community, most of the people in my community work. There are some assholes that do the shootings. It's not that. Well, I can't.
I'm not saying it's everybody, and I would never say it's everybody. I'm saying there's a grave disproportionate number, and nobody's addressing that. It's playing the blame game. It's people like Michael Moore addressing violence and then blaming it on a white guy when the fact is there's a disproportionate number of gun violence in the black community.
Where do the guns come from?
Oh, stop. You can't stop. You know something? Hey, how about we just, you know what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to fly over the inner cities with flyers that say every black person get on a bridge and jump off. And I guess you'll all be gone because you white people will lay out the flyers and that'll happen. How about you realize right from wrong I let you talk. I'm addressing what you said.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not coming up with new points. I'm addressing now what you said. If you want to say that you trace it back, where do the guns come from? The white what? They're being sold to each other. They're trickling down. At some point, you got to say, "Wow, maybe I shouldn't buy this illegal gun."
I agree with that. Now, how many mass killings have we heard about in the media? How many of them have been black?
That's a white crime, my friend. I agree with you. That is a if you profile
I'll agree
profile
with you.
them.
I'll agree with you.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you that we need to hold each other accountable in our community. I'll be number one to say that.
Yeah.
Because it's become acceptable, and it shouldn't be acceptable.
Right.
But
that's a good start.
White folks have to take their blame and the role that they have played and why shit is the way it is.
White people, especially liberal whites have been. They've been taking the blame for years.
Throughout history, who has been the most violent race of people in history?
In history, I would say sub-Saharan black people have been the most violent people in history. Sub-Saharan black Africans have been of the most violent people on the face of the earth, I'll say, from what I've read. White Europeans, violent as mother. Wait. White Europeans have been some violent motherfuckers. I understand this. But hand in hand with the violence went production, invention, innovation, amazing things. Sub-Saharan Africa is a wasteland of genocide and death that is nothing's being done about it from the people on the inside. It takes outside help from the world, and it's still all fucked up. And the violence, you're talking about Rwanda? Motherfucker, Somalia? All these places are just shitholes of warlords, black on blacks killing each other because of tribal reasons. It's been violent for millennia.
We're talking about, all right, that's a good point. We're talking about inner city violence.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That, again, is in gangs, and the black community is running rampant in gangs.
But you're saying that it's only caused by minorities.
Nope. Never said that. There are plenty of fucking skinheads, white supremacist gangs, militias that are just as violent, evil, and fucking hateful. I'm never saying everybody. I'm saying usually I'm talking about disproportionate numbers, percentages.
Hey, you made a comment earlier about the percentages of blacks in prison.
Right.
Right. And you gotta own up to this, that the justice system is not fair.
They got nigger law. What the hell is that? I've never seen that in any law books I have read. But
hey, who are you carpooling with?
Who are you carpooling with? Now, wow. The legal system has always been held up as an example of racist, and that's the reason that so many blacks are in jail.
It absolutely is. If a white person comes into the inner city and is attacked,
right.
By African American,
right?
That African American will probably get 20 years.
I don't know. Won't be a hate crime. I'll tell you that much.
If a black guy hurts another black guy, then
1 to 5.
It just goes
1 to 5.
Right.
1 to 5. He's got the numbers.
1 to 5.
Hey,
now,
what about?
Why is that? But why is that though?
All right. What about a white guy beating up on a black guy, or a couple of white guys beating up on a black guy? They go to prison.
Get the kind of time that
what? Talk about. Hey, what's the guy's name? Fucking in Brooklyn. That motherfucker beat up with a baseball bat a couple of black guys that were robbing cars. And he's still in fucking prison. This is years ago because it's a hate crime. Whenever white guys beat up a black guy, it's called a hate crime.
Talking about Fat Nick.
Fat Nick.
What's the proportion to that?
It's very rare. No, dude, I'm saying honestly, you're right. It's very rare, and that tells another story. Why is that so rare? Yet when black guys assault white people, which I saw at Mardi Gras, you see it on you pop up YouTube. You can watch 8,000 videos of black people beating the fuck out of white people in gangs. That blindside black move, by the way, I love it. That one where you just come up behind to the side of someone and clock them in the side of the head. I've seen that so many times on YouTube.
And you know what? Guess who that happened to once?
Danny Ross.
Me. Guess who did it to me?
A black guy.
Yes.
There's just a disproportionate number. I don't have the answer, dude. I don't know what it is. But I don't want Michael Moore telling me that this shit ain't happening. That's the thing that pisses me off the most.
But you getting back what you've been dishing out for years.
No, what? A black president? What? How are we getting that back? I think things have come. I think things have come a long fucking way from the times where black people can blame white people. Yeah.
If a black guy sells crack cocaine, right?
Right.
And a white guy sells a kilo of cocaine, a black guy will get 20 years. The white guy that's selling the kilo,
5 years probation.
He might not do it again. He might not do it
I love the carpooler.
Johnny Cochran in the background.
Love
You know
the
what, though?
carpooler.
Ask me what a white guy gets for the same crime. Ask me what a white guy gets for the same crime.
Yeah, what does a white guy get for the same crime?
I don't know.
Yeah, how about
I don't know.
How about we don't know?
Why is that, though?
Why is that? It's probably more of a money issue, a class issue as far as the legal system goes. A lot of poor black people can't afford good lawyers, things like that. Look, you look at some fucking black athletes that have been in trouble. They don't fucking go to jail for that many years. It's a matter of money.
You know what?
What?
You know what? When the white athletes get in trouble, you probably never hear about it.
Brett Favre. Brett Favre's in a bit of trouble.
He just shows his dick. You know why white athletes aren't going into bars with guns in their fucking waistband? Come on.
You don't hear about it.
Well, don't shoot yourself in the leg, motherfucker. Get a holster. Jesus Christ. You're a rich fucker. Plaxico, you got some money. Buy a holster, bitch.
All right, now we're all getting along.
Hey, look,
all right,
look,
bro.
Look. Have a good day, man.
I think we're going to have to just agree to live in different neighborhoods.
Hey, Scotty.
But listen, I'll say this to you.
Yeah.
Don't lump us all in that group.
I really don't.
Violent.
Honestly.
As us being as us being violent.
Wait,
Honestly,
Scotty.
I really don't.
Scotty, where are you off to right now? You going to work?
No, actually, I'm going home.
Oh, shit.
Actually, I'm going home.
How was the
anybody.
take? How was the
I've
take
never
tonight?
Shot anybody.
All right.
I don't have any felonies.
Where were you?
I take care of my kids.
Scotty, where were you, though, tonight?
Excuse me?
Where were you that you're coming home?
He asked me, where was I that I was coming home?
That's Opie.
I was coming from West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
We're just trying to get to know what type of person you are. Like, what were you doing?
Okay, well.
And why aren't you going to work? It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
He never shot anyone.
I don't have any felonies, and I've been arrested, and I stayed in jail for 2 days. So all of us.
What was the charge?
What you make us out to be.
What was the charge?
It was possession.
Of course.
I hear you.
And I'll tell you something else.
Yeah.
If you're, well, I ain't gonna say if you're black, but being black, no, matter of fact, I'm gonna go you one better. Being white and being poor in this country.
Ain't no excuse for that shit.
Ain't no excuse for that shit.
Really?
Ain't no excuse for that
Wait,
shit.
why? Why?
You had too many advantages.
Wait.
Where were you before you got on this damn radio?
I was poor white trash, motherfucker. I was working as a sheet metal installer, and I was dirt poor. I was constantly on the verge of getting kicked out of my place. But I never killed anybody, never raped or robbed or anything. But what I'm saying, hold on, because now white people, there's all kinds of intelligent, motivated black person that goes to school, and early in school, elementary school, high school, if they do well, do you know the golden fucking platter they are handed in life? They're yearning for an intelligent, motivated black person to give scholarships to fucking send to Harvard. It's a given. If you fucking motivate yourself, you will be picked up and whisked away to the best schools through affirmative action, the best jobs.
Who are you telling that shit to?
Anyone motivated.
Man, they wouldn't give a nigga financial aid. What are you talking about?
They certainly will if you earn it in school, if you get good grades.
They give you extra just for being black.
Right.
Not really.
Yeah, man, y'all motherfucking tripping.
It's affirmative action.
We're tripping. I love it.
I don't think I'm tripping, sir.
What about
I love Park.
African Americans trying to get loans?
Well, how about all right, have a credit rating and have a fucking bank account and a job.
You know that this shit is not equal and it ain't fair and it ain't never been fair, but I'm not gonna blame Whitey.
Talk to me in 1990. I wasn't getting a fucking loan.
I'm not gonna blame the white race for anything that I've done or that's happened to me, because I'm in control of my own destiny.
Very good.
Shit is uneven, and it's always been uneven.
Well, even it the fuck up. You know what? I want to quote the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know something? Let's not judge a man by the color of his skin, but the content of his character. Do you think people are being judged by the color of their skin or the content of their character?
Both.
Yeah. These days, I really think it's content of character. And I think if Dr. Martin Luther King saw a lot of what was going on today with the content of character of a lot of minorities, he would be gravely disappointed with the opportunities that are out there that he was out there that he never got to see that are out there now for the black community. He would be gravely disappointed in how black people are wasting their lives by perpetuating poverty, by perpetuating fatherless children, crime in their own communities. And not taking the advantages and opportunities in this country and building themselves up and starting one piece at a time until you're a power base to be reckoned with in this country.
Look, you made a good point.
Of course.
You made a good point, but
Anthony.
You got to go back to the root.
Oh, I love the movie, but let's not go back there.
No, not the movie.
I play it backwards.
Why are we letting him off the hook? I want to know where he's coming from. Because he's not going to work. He's not going to work on a Thursday morning.
We have to take blame for how we turn out.
No, we don't. We really don't. I'm not taking any blame for black people doing anything. I'm not taking blame. I wasn't around. My fucking family was probably pulling a burro in Sicily when slavery was going on here. I ain't taking no fucking blame.
But the effects of it are still lasting.
The Moors.
It was detrimental, and it still is. That shit. Look, don't take his ass away from due to that alone.
It's getting better.
Is a very big reason why shit is the way it is. From separation, getting us to hate each other, teaching us how to hate each other, which out of fear.
Are you intelligent? Aren't you intelligent enough? You're intelligent enough to realize that. Then you're intelligent enough to break the cycle and go, hey, these guys are trying to get some shit over on us.
Absolutely,
how about we fucking build? How about we build up?
Sound like all black people don't do nothing but kill each other.
No, I'm not. I never said that. I'm not saying. I said a disproportionate number. I'm saying there's enough people out there in the black community that are trying to do something, but they're met with a brick fucking wall by the black community. How about, like I said, fucking block projects that aren't interrupted because drug dealers kill the people that are trying to make their block better because they're cutting into their fucking business. How about
I want the government legalize drugs.
I don't know. They should.
Wouldn't that absolutely? Wouldn't that eliminate a hell of a lot of unnecessary violence?
I don't know, because it seems to me like this whole gang.
Who's in control of that? Who's in control of that decision? So you have to take Whitey has to take. Let me not say that. Let me not say that.
I like being called Whitey. No, I don't mind.
But they have to take blame because they are in control.
No, well, as long as we're perceived, as long as white people are perceived in control, then black people have an excuse. How about you are the president's at least half black? All right, we're getting there. How about you just make your own power base and not based in violence or militant organizations? How about a power base of business and small business that can open up and you like white people did with Harlem, for Christ's sake. How about some black people do that? Where they come from? I don't fucking know, but they came from somewhere.
How about your President Bush went over to another country and started a damn war?
Yeah, all right.
Because he wanted to line.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
People's pockets.
Well, I don't know if it was
all
all about
war that's still going on.
I think it was more personal. I think it was more personal than business, tell you the truth. I think it was more personal. I think he just didn't like the guy. And he tried to kill his daddy.
This country is on a downward spiral because of greed.
Well, Bush has been out for 2 years.
Is in control.
All right.
Well, Obama's in control of the country, motherfucker. Come on. He's the president.
You think he's in control of this country?
Oh, now we can't even say.
Wait, Carpooler had something to say. What is Carpooler saying?
He has a title, and you know that. You know that because everything he tries to do.
But Bush didn't.
It's blocked and it's stopped.
Well, we can say Bush had a title, and other people were pulling the strings. So don't blame him.
I'm saying that Bush went over to another country.
Yeah, we know this.
Started a war.
Yeah, we agree with that. I don't think it was a good idea,
right?
To tell you the truth.
Since we're talking about violence,
yeah,
how many people died? No black person created that.
War violence is much different than civilian violence.
Yeah, that's a whitey thing.
We're not talking about war violence.
It's kind of a whitey thing. You're right.
Come on,
we're talking about.
Let's talk about civilian violence in the country that we have to worry about. I'm not.
Well, you went to Rwanda.
Well, yeah, because you asked me who the most violent people were in the world, in history, right?
Absolutely.
And I say sub-Saharan Africa is full of violence.
How many people died?
There's not one prosperous fucking nation there.
How many people died during the Holocaust? How many people died during slavery?
Oh, millions.
Okay, and who did the killing?
Well, I guess, Europeans, black people that sold out their own black people as slaves. There's still slavery going on in sub-Saharan Africa with other black people using slaves. There's rampant rape going on. That when there's wars down there, apparently they rape the women to like make more of them. It's just fucking ridiculous what goes on in sub-Saharan Africa. It's crazy. And it's a place of just wonderful resources and beauty, yet the people there just treat it like shit. And how about, just come up with a wheel.
I don't know. Well, absolutely there are resources there, but evidently.
Oh, my God, there's plenty of resources. And if there's not, you make it work.
I'm scared to hang up on this guy. That's why he's gone
he's
an hour.
He's good. You know what? I like Scotty. He's got balls. He just fucking talks from his heart.
Where do you work?
He's got a homie next to him.
Where do you work, Scotty?
I'm disabled.
All right. What happened?
Right.
Huh?
What happened?
He never shot anybody, but he was.
He's laughing. Scotty.
No, but I've been shot.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, shit, Scotty.
You and
have a nice day.
You and Carpooler should do a morning show. Scotty and the Carpooler.
All right, Scotty.
Listen to Carpooler. He's my favorite guy of all time.
Take it easy, guys.
Have a nice day.
All right, Scotty.
Later, man.
Eric was saying that he sounds like it was like the Miller guy.
Oops, that's okay. It all went down here.
All right, we got to take a break. That's a terrific discussion right there.
That was fun.
I haven't heard that discussion yet on the show. It's amazing. Fucking amazing.
Race is a giant discussion
It sure is.
in the world. That's why
certainly is, man. It certainly is.
And there isn't enough, as Scotty said, not enough whitey, as he called me, whitey. I like that.
I wanted to hear Carpooler more.
I know. He was
like
Carpooler. Yo, what up? Preach in the background.
You know how you have your stats? Well, he has his stats.
He had his. 1 to 5.
Scotty, next time we want to hear Carpooler and call up as Carpooler.
Yeah, I like that guy. But it's one of those things. And yeah, I do talk about it a lot, but it's a huge issue in the country. And the liberals are able to just blab about it all the time. No other whitey is able to really talk about it without having racist printed on their head. I don't give a shit what anyone calls me. So I talk about it open and honest, the way I feel. And I'm very well read on it. So I talk about the information that I've garnered over the years of reading statistics and whatnot, and that's what I talk about. Call me a racist. I don't give a fuck. I could care less. Good. I love it. Call me a racist because it only means I'm being open and honest where no one else really is, and thank God we have this forum for it.
And that's why you need to do political talk.
One of these days.
If that silly-ass fucking, what's his name, Glenn Beck.
Glenn Beck
But
they all got their hands tied too. They're sitting there, they got their Fox fucking political correct people that say, well, you can't say this, you could do this, but not that. Here, it's that guy Scotty could say whatever the fuck he wanted. I say whatever the fuck I want. There wasn't anything, no animosity there. We're just discussing race.
Were you close to?
Is a good.
Were you close to calling him?
Dropping it?
Yeah.
Dropping it?
Were you close?
I'll do it on the way home in my car with the windows rolled up.
right, Rich Voss joins the program next. Also, American Idol started last night. It's a huge show, so we should pay a little attention.
Yeah, at least the opener.
I think Sam watched, and they
Of course he did, that faggot.
And it's the first night, so they had all the assholes singing really badly, and everyone had to be surprised, like, wow, how did he make it in our room?
They started doing that this year?
Yeah, they just started that little gag.
Wow.
And also the Octomom with just creepy shit going on.
See, that's another thing. See, I'm not talking about everybody. Look, see, white dumb fucking trash broad.
The Octomom is doing something with an adult baby. It's just creepy.
Ew.
And also the housewife from 1950 doing the acid trip. We still got to get that
one. Yeah.
All right.
Very good. I like guns. I love being armed.
Are you insane?
No. You know, some girls actually enjoy having a gun put to their head while you fuck them. Shut up.
He's nuts. He's just fucking nuts.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony on the Virus. Sirius XM. Opie and Anthony. The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus. Sirius XM.
Let's do this. Rich Voss in studio. Rich is going to be at the Comedy Zone in Harrisburg, PA. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. 717-920-JOKE for tickets. Highly recommend you see Rich Voss if you're in the Harrisburg area. Going to talk American Idol in a second, but Rich Voss just said something as he entered the studio. We want him to buy new stuff. This is an ongoing thing with Rich Voss. He's always looking for a deal. Oh, did you hear what the guys made for you?
What?
This will set it up perfectly. We're so frustrated that everything you got on you is somebody else's that you bought online, for the most part. You buy everyone else's used stuff that is still in good shape.
You think I was the first one to fuck Bonnie?
Oh, shit. All right, 1 for 1, brother. I'm keeping track today. 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Don't say anything else right now.
She just does not deserve that. Wow.
And the boys put this together, so listen closely. And then it'll lead to what you just said to us coming into the studio.
On an all-new Jewish intervention.
Why are you always looking for a deal on everything?
That's what I do, okay? This is my friend.
Comedian and Jew Rich Voss is confronted about his frugal spending habits.
You never buy yourself nice stuff. The car's always 2 years old. Nice other people's shit. There's always something going on with you.
Will this once semi-famous comedian be saved by his more famous friends?
You gotta go to this new website. Everything's on sale, like high-end shit.
See, it's always that. That's what bothers me.
You're wrong. You think you know everything about everything.
When was the last thing you actually bought something brand new and didn't go looking for a deal?
You don't get it.
Can the aging stand-up break the stereotype that Jews really are cheap?
There's no bartering. There's no, maybe a little, hey, do this, do that, take a couple.
You got a Dead Guy's Watch on you?
See this right here? See this shit right here?
Dead Guy's Watch.
Or is it simply too late?
It's too fucking late for him to change. Rich is what he is. He's gonna go to a fucking garage sale. It's not the bargain, it's the fun of negotiating, man. It's not the bargain. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
I don't believe him.
Find out on an all-new Jewish intervention.
See?
That's very funny.
And you're going to go right back to the garage sale, just like they go right back to the drugs after that intervention usually.
It's the thing, like when I came in here, they smashed my other Rolex, so I wore this one. Then it just hit me. I bought this one.
They?
Patrice and you guys.
Meaning us.
An emotional smashing. I thought it was a physical smashing.
No, emotional. Because last week when I was in here with Patrice, driving home, I had so many good comeback lines. And I really won that argument. When he was smashing my car, my dumb Boxster, I went online and I got the... what is not GPR? And what is it? The fucking of a car. The going price or whatever. Compared, is that our security guy?
Oh, I knew it would trip him up. I was trying to just point it out to Travis that Richard Dreyfuss has some kind of Dreyfuss initiative, seeks to further civil discourse, and I was just trying to point to Travis real quick to go like, check that out and see what it is.
Yeah.
And Rich just went right off the tracks. It was like when the fucking Roadrunner changes the train tracks and puts it into the fucking cliff.
No, I think it was kind of like when you try to host that pilot for Comedy Central and you were thrown out of your game. I think it was kind of like that, where you sat up there at comics and you were doing your thing and you stuttered your way through the.
Why so hurtful?
Did I stutter?
So hurtful. Okay, how fucking horrible you guys
Wow.
are. Anytime you hit
awful.
it, anytime a camera comes in front of your fucking faces.
Wow.
Shut up.
Wow, someone
Shut up.
prepared for
No,
his
I didn't
appearance
prepare.
today.
I didn't prepare.
All right, I'm fucking rolling up my sleeves, motherfucker. I didn't know we were going down that road.
Jesus
Roll up those sleeves. It's going to get ugly.
Rich, there is one difference. We were offered and begged to do that pilot. How many failed pilots have you presented to these
4.
motherfuckers?
No, I've had 4 failed my own.
We never knocked
But
on the door saying, we have a pilot. They come to us and go, could you please do this?
Listen to me, Timmy Temperamental, okay? Was this lingering inside? Hey, did I really fail it? Nobody gives a fuck about you and your dumb pilot, okay?
Wait.
They came to you. Really? How do you know that you weren't
Rich.
the 8th pick that they came to?
Could have been the 15th.
I think it was 12th.
You know, that was such a shitty idea that we probably were the 8th people they came to. But they did beg us, and we knew we were in deep trouble early on because they didn't even have a concept for the show.
I know. Listen,
they were making it up as it went along. It was horrid.
That's how I am doing this right now. It just hit me. No one knows. All they know is that you guys failed at the pilot, and you fucked me up because I would have been in it. Thanks a lot.
I don't.
Well,
no, it wasn't your fault.
No, that was awful.
Honestly, I don't think that one was. There were other ones that certainly was our fault, but that one was such a disaster idea from the beginning.
It couldn't have been any worse than the Lifetime pilot we did. I brought it in here. You guys have it somewhere.
Really?
Why aren't we playing clips with that?
Lifetime.
Of that with you and Bonnie in studio?
Well, you would need about 3 other comics to smash us all the way through.
Dude, we're doing most embarrassing tape. We did it yesterday. We're doing it next week. Maybe you come back with that tape and Bonnie.
No, next week I'm going to Florida.
Well, then fuck you. Now,
I'm sorry. I'm going to cancel.
Why Bonnie? So she could just show Rich, show her wedding video.
Oh, see.
Oh,
look at that.
Most embarrassing tape.
Really? She came to me.
Rich, so why did you switch out watches?
Because I'm thinking, well, no one could smash this one this time. Then I realized I just bought this one from a friend too.
Oh, so that one's another second hand.
And I put a new bezel on it.
Oh, new bezel.
Stupid bezels.
I hate the bezel.
So you walk in the studio during the break and said, I actually walked into an Apple store because we told you you need an iPad. They're wonderful. I got one right in front of me. I can't get enough of this damn thing.
I walked in.
It's perfect for radio.
I had $1,000 cash in my pocket.
And just to set it up, you were going to buy a used iPad.
Yeah.
I'm like,
to practice on.
I'm like, why buy a used iPad? Why don't you go treat yourself? You work really hard. You travel all over the fucking country, slaving away in these awful comedy clubs with these awful owners. Like, fucking treat yourself and get a brand new iPad.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a shot at you, by the way. It happens to all you guys.
No, but it happens
horrible
worse to me.
fucking comedy club owners out there.
Fucking
horrible
worse.
people. And so you decided to go into the Apple store and maybe get yourself a brand new iPad. And then what happened?
Well, first I went and took. I had Canadian money at home that I went and invested. I thought, someone said that the whole economy is going to collapse.
So you put your money in Canadian money?
Canadian money. I figured, wow. Yeah, well, because here's my thought.
Yeah.
That maybe, we flooped the coop and...
you what?
Floop
the coop?
What's floop the coop?
Floop the coop?
What is
I need that on a shirt. Floop the coop.
What is it? Floop... Whatever, we scram.
Yeah.
And, when everything gets bad, and we'll go up to Canada, because Bonnie's from Canada, then I'd have Canadian money, right? So I fucking, if everything fails, the bags,
You think if everything fails, Canada's going to be the stable nation?
They're doing okay. All the oil up there, they're not doing bad.
Because we're down here. If anything happened to the United States, Canada would crumble in a second. Dollars.
Well,
are shit. I realize that, but if the dollar craps out, believe me, that Canadian money with the hockey players on the back of it is going next.
Why? We're not buying a lot of oil from them. I mean, they got tons of oil in fucking Alberta.
Do they?
Why?
What?
The iPad.
So I went and exchanged some Canadian. I cashed in some Canadian money at Travelex.
See, why can't
I worked
you just
out a good deal.
go there
I
with
worked out a good deal with Travelex.
How do you work out a good deal? Is it exchange rate?
No, they give me a good deal because I had a lot of Canadian money, so I go in there a lot.
What did you say? Give me more than this money's worth in American?
Because they make so much. They make a profit. And I cut their profit out.
Their commission. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Anthony, do you hear this though?
Yeah.
He had to make a deal with his Canadian
He's
money.
laundering money
before
to get his
he goes to the
shit.
Apple store. Everything's a
amazing.
deal with you.
It's
Once
always
again,
a deal.
it's always a deal.
I know. And they
Why
won't-
not just walk in there with a credit card and go, I need a brand new iPad?
I could do that.
No, you
So I
can't,
walked
obviously.
in there. I walked in
All right,
there.
you walked in.
And I started looking at it, and
Yeah.
I started doing it, and I got an anxiety attack. Right?
Because you're not used to
Would you look at the
doing that.
price and like
No, it's not-
retail?
It's not. Well, it's not money. It's not about money with me. Okay. It's
the art of the deal.
I'm very fucking frugalist. All right. So. so.
You're what?
Oh my god.
So I was fucking with it.
You're
Oh my god.
Frugalist or frugal, whatever the fucking word. It's early still. Frugalist.
Is this before you
There's two
floop
things.
the coop?
There's frivolous, which means
Oh.
you spend a lot.
Yeah, that's
or
it.
frugal, which means you don't. You combine the word to make it somebody who just spends money normally.
You just made it into a wash.
Yeah, that's a wash.
It was a wash.
It's an even break.
Right.
It's right here.
So then I went in there. Then I went down to the AT&T store, asked some questions. Went over to Verizon, asked some questions. Went back to Apple.
Well, it's exhausting.
What are you,
I
Chris
know.
Hansen?
What is
The guy's doing the interview. He's interviewing.
He's doing an
people.
expose just to buy an iPad.
And then I went home. I couldn't
Did
handle
you
it.
set up a nice tray of cookies and what is it, lemonade?
Why don't you take a seat over there and tell me.
Verizon.
So you brought an iPad with you. I see. Can you actually talk about sex on it? Can you punch up pictures of nude girls?
So after you did all your fucking exhausting research, what happened?
I went back home and I checked Craigslist for iPads.
Rich.
That's what you want.
But
I'm sure you could get a deal on Craigslist for an iPad.
Nah, but
Just-
I can't take that chance because there was a person that said cash only and we'll meet you, but you could get fucking robbed.
I hope you get an iPad from somebody that is just filled with kiddie porn and you have no fucking idea.
We have this.
And
We have the same wish.
And you're in a. And they somehow get your iPad. You do 25 to 50.
Oh, yeah.
At Sing Sing.
There's some kind of stash your photos thing here with a password I can't get into. Opening up this fucking 8-year-olds doing horrible things. Rich Boss goes to jail.
You're not going to be able to floop that coop.
No, there's no flooping that one.
And then
So you had an anxiety.
Well, wait for the new one. Get Wi-Fi. Get fucking 3G. Get 6. This megabytes, that megabytes. What
Get
the
6H.
fuck?
Yeah.
You know, it's
6H
so many
better than
different.
4G.
Then you have an iPhone. You're going, well, I have the iPhone. What's the difference of having an iPad?
Well, big
keyboard.
difference. Yes.
Yeah,
Too much thinking, Rich. You
It's
just go
yeah.
into the Apple store and you ask a few questions and you treat yourself. It's called treating yourself.
So
Sure,
then-
you could get a better deal somewhere else.
No, I don't care about the deal. Then I go, do I get it at the Apple store or do I get it at Best Buy? What the
Well,
fuck?
why do you have to worry about that part?
He's all over. He burnt $100 in gas.
Yeah, just doing all your
driving
research.
around. The price of gas is like $4 a gallon.
Right.
You're driving around like a madman trying to. I don't even know what you're trying to look for. You're saying you're not
First
looking
of
for a
all,
deal. You're saying you're not looking for a deal.
I live by the mall in Best Buy. I don't live in fucking North. I didn't have to drive to Mount Pilot into town.
But you still don't have an iPad.
Yes.
After all this research.
Well, now I did the research.
And what are you going to do?
Man, I just
buying
don't
one?
fucking know. I'll buy one, but I just
Everyone's got one now. You gotta get one.
You know,
be like everyone
I
else.
want to do this Netflix thing because I heard you could send it right to your iPhone and your fucking computer. You know,
Netflix.
yeah.
Or Flicks. There's an X there, but
So whatever. You know
But
what I'm
whatever.
saying?
I know what
it's
you're saying.
so much.
And then you get Apple
you're so-
TV and you send it right to your television set from
That's just
from
more
your.
shit in your house to have more bills.
Bills? No, it's easy.
It's little bills.
No, you just
you
pay it.
You can afford little bills.
Yeah, but you
just buy the unit and then it's fine.
You know how to do all the shit because you know it's good. You sit at home and you work. Your
That's
computer.
all I do. I
you're
lock
fucking
myself in my
great
house.
at it. You know, I've been into your studio. You got to fucking. You know, it's like walking into fucking NASA.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
But he didn't have to try to make a deal. He just went for it because it's something he likes doing.
Yeah.
Not everything has to be a deal. That's what we try to tell you.
It's nice to get a deal every so
often.
often.
I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but not everything.
It seems like you have done without things that you really wanted because you couldn't figure out some deal or some angle.
I know. I'm going to Florida Monday.
Oh, no.
I'm playing Monday through Thursday. I just wanted to go play golf.
Yeah.
But I don't want. So I booked 2 one-nighters down there to pay for the trip because I love doing comedy. And
so you're going to work during your relaxed time. Why can't you just relax?
Because I can't say to my wife, who has a 3-year-old, hey, guess what? I'm going to Florida.
Why not?
And play golf
Why
you
not?
sit here.
She own you?
No, but it's just you don't fucking know. You're not married. The girls you are with it's like leaving a kid home. Okay? It's not, I'm leaving a wife and a kid. When you leave, all you got to do is say, don't turn the stove on.
Criticism taken.
It's kind of brilliant on his part, though, because he is going to relax, but he figured out a way how to tell Bonnie. I'm not relaxing. I'm working.
But during the day,
kind of smart.
I'll be golfing.
Kind of smart.
Yeah, ain't bad.
All right,
I'm going to get the iPad. Next time you guys see me, I'm coming in with an iPad.
Because I want to see you with an iPad. I want to see what apps he gets. I want to see how he uses it.
And you know how to wheel and deal, so what you should do is just go get the iPad. Who cares if another one's coming out in April?
Yeah.
And then when that comes out, you go get the new iPad, and then you sell yours on Craigslist. So you will get money for it back.
I was going to say, Craigslist, we were selling our couch. And one person came over, this girl, to look at it. She walked in, she looked around, sat on the couch, and said, okay, and left. And I'm thinking, did she just, case my house? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just telling a bunch of people down there what's in it.
I tapped out for a second. Wait, you have people come over to your house?
One person, because we were selling the couch. You can't take the couch to CVS.
Fuck that.
CVS.
Where I do all my transactions.
Is that big, giant, old couch that somebody said they saw over your house?
Yeah. But now it's not old, Victorian.
She could have cased your joint.
Victorian.
Yeah, that's why
You're a celebrity, and now you have strangers coming into your house to check out a shitty couch that you're selling.
I'm not. First of all.
But
how else do you sell a
Victorian.
couch?
It's huge.
When you sell a house,
you find people and say, "Sell this."
When
couch
you sell
for
a house,
me.
people come in. Yeah, but you're leaving.
Right.
You're leaving the house.
And what did she do? She sat down on the couch to check it out.
Yeah, sat down.
And then what happened?
She farted into it and left.
Got up, and left. And I saw her in the car. I saw her in the car writing stuff down. I saw her writing stuff down.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
you think she was writing about the couch or what it might have in your house?
Yeah, that's why I won't do that shit anymore.
Valuables.
That's dumb. Even when I had no money, I didn't do that shit.
Because there wasn't Craigslist then.
I just threw my shit out on the curb and hoped it found a happy home.
Although I had duct tape on my couch by the time it was throwaway time, duct tape the fucking arm because it's ripped and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I decided not to get a new one because the kids just spill shit all on it.
Oh, so you're going to wait until the kid's 18 and then get a new couch? Yeah. What are you going to sit on?
He's right, man. I'm not buying anything
Is your
new
furniture
anytime
just
soon.
fucked up? Is that what happens?
Shit.
Travis, yours too?
There's snot on everything in my house.
Oh, God.
You know when you
what did the baby do?
Thank you, Rich. Thank you. When you talked about the booger couch, I understand now.
Really?
My kid has put snot on, I think, every single surface in my house.
Kids,
everything. There's snot on this shirt somewhere, I'm sure.
I was watching my kid just pick her nose like she was Opie behind a microphone, like it was
I don't do it as much.
Okay. But kids it's like nothing anyway.
They'll just shove their finger in their nose.
And she comes out with these ginders that are so fucking big. Right? And they don't know that you're not supposed to wipe them. So it's just.
Well, they got to get it off their fingers. So the nearest thing, they just wipe it on. That's it.
But the other night, like, I'm fucking old. My kid, see, you guys, wait till your kids are like 3 years. Like, all my daughter wants to do is play fuck. Let's play this, play that, play this. So the other night, I'm in a room. I'm fucking so tired. She goes, play with me, play with me. I go, I got a great game. So what I did is, because I play my games, I sit down, I can't move. I go, you do this. I have her run in front of it, and I throw a ball at her and try to, you know. So the game I invented the other night, I couldn't move. I was so tired. I go, okay, I'm going to lay down, and I put all these little things on me. I go, you're the mouse, and you got to sneak in and take the cheese off of my body. And I'm laying on
it. Sounds like something you pay a prostitute for.
Anthony, you know what?
I'm laying on the floor, half asleep, and she's sneaking, taking toys off my stomach. And
Anthony,
you fell asleep.
But you have
it is brilliant to go to
Anthony,
sleep like that.
I want to beat him up, but he is talking to every fucking father out there right now.
That is brilliant because you get to sleep, and the whole game is to not wake you up.
My kid is 8 months old, and he'll yell and scream because he wants out of his area. We made this area with these fences and stuff.
Nice. You set up a concentration camp. But it's great. There's little guard towers.
When we were growing up, it was a dumb crib, but now they got great shit that you could build fortresses and say, okay, this is a safe area.
Yeah.
If the kid's in here, he's not going to kill himself today.
My brother had that.
For some reason, that's all kids want to do is kill themselves, and it's your job to make sure they don't kill themselves. I wish someone would have taught me this before I became a father. That's your whole job, to make sure he doesn't die.
That's true.
During the day. It's ridiculous. So he starts whining because he doesn't want to be in there anymore. So you go in his safe area and you invent shit.
Yeah.
To keep him preoccupied. And most of the time it's me in there sleeping on a pillow and let him climb all over you because in his crazy mind, that's some kind of game.
He's the mountain.
Yeah.
My kids, when they were young, my older daughters, and when they used to come to my house, I was so...
Who's the fat fucking Jets cheerleader? How did she get on the team? How did she get on the flight crew?
Where's the fat one?
That's the flight crew? Wait a minute.
That one right there
in the front?
In the front, she's too fat to be part of the flight crew.
She's for the black players.
You're probably right. Yeah,
I hear you.
She looks like
she goes, Latina. She's healthy.
Latina.
Yeah, she's a little too healthy to be part of the flight crew. It's all about the Jets. They're having a big pep rally in Times Square
This
today.
is the news.
5:30.
You know, having fucking cheerleaders on the news.
That's brilliant, though, inventing games to keep your kid occupied.
I used to do with my two daughters. I made a game that, okay, you run into your room. Whoever can clean up the most things by the time I count to 25. And one would run in and come back and go, I cleaned 6 things. I go, okay, you go. And they would clean the room like that. And it was a game.
That doesn't work for long from what I hear.
No, that's
I hear like the cleanup game works for a very short time, and then the kid's onto it. It's like, fuck you.
But
I'm cleaning up here.
Being a father, if you could get 5 minutes of peace, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
I'm not going for an hour.
For? Just
5 minutes.
So there's the answer to your question.
And if that means...
Why are you going to Florida and say you're working?
Okay. And if that means... letting him have at the Tupperware drawer, excuse me, then fucking go for it, man. That'll give me 5 minutes to check my shit online.
When they're small, we were in a hotel one night, and I thank God I noticed it. She walked in and turned the gas on. We would have went to sleep.
Holy
and that little,
shit!
You know.
You would have went to sleep, all right.
Yeah. And our little.
The eternal
sleep. At
sleep.
the time, thank you for killing us. Thanks.
As you're all walking toward the light. Thanks. Thanks, asshole.
Great.
You think you got a deal on Priceline?
Right. You want to talk about American Idol? Or the Octomoms, adult baby tape?
A little, I guess Idol being new.
Where's Sam?
Fucking thing was yesterday.
I want to know about the new judges and stuff.
The first show, I couldn't be bothered.
You got rid of the guy that was the reason to watch the show, Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell.
Very predictable, but he was worth watching. Now you got a bunch of guys that are way too nice. You got Ryan Seacrest, way too nice. You got Steven Tyler, way too fucking nice. You got J-Lo, way too fucking nice. And then I'm looking at the paper. They're trying to make Randy Jackson sort of the almost not nice guy.
They put Randy in the head muckety-muck seat.
Yeah, and he can't even be as mean as they probably want him to.
No, you need the mean English guy.
They had meters in the paper today.
Really?
Steven Tyler, way on the nice side. J-Lo, way on the nice side. And then Randy sort of...
You know why? He's the seasoned vet. He's been there. He knows the deal. Jesus, please.
What do you got, Sam, on this American Idol?
Steven Tyler wasn't as nice as they're letting on. He wasn't mean.
He's not going to ever be really mean.
He took a couple shots here and there. Like one guy sung poorly, and he said, "You just scared everybody in the room." And Vinny went,
"Oh, that's crazy."
What's really funny, though, is because they're big stars now, the judges. Yeah. Every time either J-Lo or Steven Tyler makes a joke, you can hear every producer who's off camera going, "Oh, God."
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, just cracking up.
Hold on. We got a first-timer here. Edward in Tennessee. Edward, how are you, sir?
Edward.
Hey, what's going on, man? I just wanted to say I'm a first-time listener, man, and y'all are cooler than shit, dude.
Whoa! What were you listening to before the Opie and Anthony show?
I was just listening to regular AM, FM radio, man. I'm an over-road truck driver, and I just got it turned on, dude. Like I said, man, y'all cooler than shit.
God, this means we're going to have to do radio for another 5 years. We don't want you guys listening anymore.
Yeah, no new listeners.
Do you understand that? We don't want new listeners.
We want the old ones to just die off so we can leave.
Right. Do you understand that?
I'm sure they will.
I don't want new listeners. I want the audience to slowly dwindle to nothing, and then I can go and enjoy
That's
a
when
few
we know
years of golf.
It's time to go.
Jesus. What's your first impression of the show? What do you like about the Opie and Anthony show as a first-timer?
Oh, man.
Welcome. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show, sir.
So, American Idol.
Oh, that's some old school.
Oh, yeah.
Never gets old.
See, if he's a fan, he'll find out what the fuck that's all about.
Yeah, whatever. Sam, so Steven Tyler trying to be a little mean-spirited?
Yeah, I mean, J-Lo, she has a lot of trouble telling people that they are not going to Hollywood. She can't say no.
Oh, she's that one?
So sometimes,
she's Paula Abdul. She's got to be everyone's mommy.
Sometimes the dog has to come, Randy Jackson,
and
say...
Really? What did he do in music, by the way?
Randy Jackson?
Yeah, what did he do?
Play guitar for Journey.
When no one cared about Journey anymore.
Yeah. Well,
no?
I mean, I don't...
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He got into Journey playing bass.
What?
And no one gave a shit about Journey at that point.
What years? What Journey years?
Oh, jeez. After
they already hit their destination.
With a mouthful of food, he fucking swings that one and hits the fence.
And I would almost bet a lot of money that one of their albums was called Destination.
Probably. It was always
it was always something that had something to do with
journeying.
Journeying.
All of their albums, it was something departure.
Right.
What the fuck else was it?
Are they still doing well with the
Escape, Frontiers?
There you go. Yeah. See, look at all the Journey titles.
Journey.
Look into the future.
Arrival.
That's a Journey.
Infinity. Arrival.
Oh, they have
finally
Arrival.
made it.
They have Departure.
We're leaving again. Stopping for gas.
Escape.
I gotta take a piss. Those are the albums with Randy Jackson. By the way.
Speaking of fucking music, I was in the gym the other day. I was taking a piss. Right, you know when you tap your dick? Well, Boston's song was on, More Than a Feeling, and it was like a guitar thing, and I was hitting my dick.
Oh, really?
Like
a Boston song with a guitar thing?
And I was
crazy.
I was tapping my dick like I was playing guitar.
Oh, no.
I kept doing it.
Why?
Because I kept doing it, because I was getting into the song as I was tapping my...
your dick to the
get
song.
the tinkle off.
It's been such a long time.
Dead. That guy's dead.
Randy Jackson did some bass and some, I guess, backup vocals or whatever from 85 to 86 and then 86 to 87. So I guess there was
he
some gap
wasn't
in
even
there.
in Journey.
No.
Why does he brag about that shit?
The number one thing that Randy Jackson has done is he's been a judge on American Idol for 10 years.
Right.
That's his number one
How's Journey doing
credit.
with the Filipino guy?
Pretty good, I guess. They're still touring.
Still doing all right?
Yeah.
That ended the conversation. That's great. That's my job. That's wonderful.
Who wants to see a fucking Filipino lead singer?
You hear what he sounds like?
Sounds like Steve Perry, but
with a little bit of a lisp, which
Kinda
makes it
looks
fun
funny.
for everybody.
Oh.
Looks a little
He
weird.
sounds exactly like Perry, except he has a lisp.
With a lisp.
Oh, isn't Perry from Aerosmith?
Or he's got that going in his voice.
Isn't Perry from Aerosmith? He's from...
Yeah.
There's another
No, that's
Perry.
Tyler. That's Steve Tyler.
Right.
No, there is a Perry in Aerosmith.
Isn't there?
Yeah.
Joe Perry.
But it's not the same
He's
guy.
the guitar player.
All right, what the fuck? Half the name's right. 500% gets you into the Hall of Fame.
Listen for the... We haven't done this in a while.
This is a different guy. This isn't Steve Perry.
This is the new guy. It sounds just like Perry.
It's weird. It's like Journey was made into a Speed Racer character.
It's like watching Lost in Translation.
Lost in Translation.
Translation.
Yeah, Lost in Translation. You're
Lost
right.
in
Translation. I knew what that was. I just made it.
You're
mistake.
You want to beat up this kid, but he sounds just like...
It really is fucking ridiculous.
Steve Perry. I would so see this.
I mean, if you're into
most bands, when
Journey,
they change out the lead singer, I don't want to see him anymore. But I would so go to this show.
And from a distance,
what
as
is
long
it?
as you
Arnell,
can't see his eyes.
Arnell Pineda, something like that.
What happened to their lead
your
singer?
guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, huh?
What happened to their lead singer?
He was an asshole.
He was an asshole. He was an asshole, and then Journey goes, "Oh, really? Well, there's this kid in the Philippines that sounds exactly like you. Go fuck yourself. We're bringing him in. We're paying him minimum wage, and we're going to sell out arenas." And that's what they did.
And didn't they re-record some of the old tracks to put out as a greatest hit so that they didn't have to pay Steve Perry?
They got a greatest hits with this guy in lead vocals, and no one gives a crap. They're buying it.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
That's the story of Journey.
Oh, man, that's got
how
to be really tough on the lead singer.
And they reinvented themselves. Look, they're in Chile. They're probably playing in front of 100,000 people. Look at how many people are there. That might be 100,000.
I played at Woodstock.
Yeah, so did I.
I know.
hosted it.
I hosted it.
I hosted it 3 days. Woodstock.
Third stage.
No, I was on the second, and I was offered to do the main, but I didn't want things thrown at me. Okay,
you didn't want doo-doo thrown at you.
They were throwing everything at me.
I know they were.
And then Papa were the host over on the main stage, and they go, "Do you want to do that?" No.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Shit. All right, listen, where are we? So Idol. Oh, let's be honest with each other. How many numbers you think Steven Tyler's getting from the little girls?
I don't know, but this is the first season where they're allowing 15-year-olds.
Because that's the deal Steven Tyler made with the American Idol
I been
people.
watching?
It's brand new. You can watch tonight.
What? It's on every night?
It's on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the first 15-year-old ever to go to Hollywood.
This is like toddlers and tiaras.
That's right. They did a whole bit, though, about Steven Tyler flirting with the young girls.
Really?
Like the whole montage
That's not a bit.
Of girls. Like,
Steven Tyler would take young pussy.
Yeah.
So they make believe it's a bit. It's not a bit. Do you know anything about Steven Tyler?
He doesn't mind a 15 or 16-year-old?
Well, I don't know that, because that's illegal. I have no idea. Sam. That's your
I would hope
he
not.
probably at least looks.
I mean, it's a television show. It's part of his job, right?
Yeah, he's got to look.
He's got to judge.
He's got to look at that nice fucking snare drum tight ass.
Aesthetics are important.
Supple breasts.
Didn't they raise the age limit, too, on it?
I know it at least goes to 25. I don't know how much
they had
older.
an age limit, too?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
They've always had the age limit.
I just thought they just kind of just avoided those people.
No.
So last night was asshole night?
No. It wasn't. It was Jersey. It was just the Jersey auditions.
But it was asshole night.
What do you mean?
Asshole.
Well, early on, they focus on the idiots that have no business
can't
trying out for
sing.
American Idol. And then the judges have to make believe like, whoa, hey, how did he get in our room?
They make those wacky faces
They're
like,
whoa,
oh,
this
boy.
is crazy. Like it's not set up ahead of time where they make sure they get a group of the idiots and the assholes to bring in front of the judges.
That's the other thing that's wrong with this season, because everybody knows when the audition started, because now it's all over the news. There's auditions going on, and everybody knows when the new judges got signed up. And everybody knows that the auditions happened way before the new judges signed up, which means that there were no judges in New Jersey that day.
So when did that happen?
So they had the people audition in Jersey for producers and come back like a month and a half later when they had judges. They just got like 50 people. 40 of them were good and 10 of them sucked.
Producers they just performed in front of. Yeah,
Hey,
interns.
Two things before we move on. Someone is saying, Jacob, thank you, Jacob. He says, look up Dean Castronova. I know Dean Castronova. I've interviewed him a few times. He's the drummer in Journey. And this guy's saying he sounds even better than the Filipino new lead singer.
At doing Steve Perry?
Is that possible? This would be new knowledge.
Is it just easy to sing Steve Perry's?
I'm wondering now.
You better call your brother.
Yeah. Yeah, really?
Dude, one of Anthony's friends was supposed to be Steve Perry.
Hugo.
What do you mean? He was supposed to be...
Hugo sounds maybe even better than the Filipino guy. And we know Hugo.
And looks exactly like Steve Perry.
Hugo?
Yeah, Hugo.
But spelled Hugo?
Hugo Valenti.
Yeah, he's a great singer.
And he auditioned and he got...
He's in it.
He's in a Journey cover band.
He's in a Journey cover band. And then years ago, Journey actually got in touch with him and said, we want you to...
It's like the movie Rockstar.
Yeah, only he said no.
Why did he say no?
Because he had another band at the time that was actually being promoted and shit and didn't want to leave. Valentine, remember that?
Oh, I interviewed Hugo when he was promoting Valentine. This is way inside now. I told the story, though. I was at BAB.
They were on the soundtrack of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
But I was at BAB. I'll tell the Hugo story again.
Yeah.
Hugo used to cut the grass at BAB. He told the story on the air. And a week later, because all of a sudden his band hit, he's now in BAB being interviewed.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Topsy-turvy world of rock
But
and
he
roll.
goes, I was the landscaper for the BAB facility, whatever.
They got BAB got all their employees from maintenance somehow.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
And was doing the air conditioning.
Landscaper,
Hugo was
sheet metal worker, carpenter.
We need another host. Who's doing the hot tar?
Who's up on the roof?
See if he's got a talent.
Someone's up on the roof. Get him down here.
Voss, you're right. Let's say hi to Stryker. Stryker. It's been a while.
Yeah, hey, boy. Hey, you guys just missed a Vossism. Right as you queued up the Journey music, Voss said he was half right. He was 500%, and it would get him into the Hall of Fame.
He's half right. He was 500%.
Oh, 50%.
Because you got half the name right. And that's good enough to be in the Hall of Fame. 500%.
Yeah.
500%.
Well, that's hitting 500.
Yeah,
if you're 1 for 2, you're 500, so that's not wrong.
No, it's not 500%. So it means 500.5000.
So you're trying to say you're better than Ted Williams and you should be in the Hall of Fame.
Is that the guy that just got arrested?
Yeah, that's the guy, Ted Williams.
Oh, my God.
Great ball player, and what a voice.
Wow. So
no, he's dead.
Everyone's saying that Dean Castronova is unbelievable singing Journey. So why did they go and get the other guy?
Maybe they didn't want a drummer singing.
Yeah,
they should have had him sing, and they should have found a new drummer. A bunch of people are saying.
Really?
Now, is there tape of this guy singing?
Oh, let me see.
Steve Perry songs.
You
getting a thing?
Oh, I guess Hugo's new band is Voyage.
Voyage.
See, Journey. Voyage, I guess. I don't know.
Wait, is
that coming from Sister Dawn? Hi, Dawny.
Wait, is Voyage a Journey cover band?
I would think so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he could have been in Journey.
I know.
So why does he turn down Journey to be in a Journey cover band?
Well, that was back in the day when he was with Valentine.
Don't Tell Me on the Babysitter's
So
Dead.
the Valentine thing
right, Don't Tell Me on the Babysitter's Dead.
That's a good movie.
Didn't Valentine have success in Europe? It's one of those bands.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, true.
Fucking Blotto did.
Good point.
I want to be a lifeguard. Huge in Europe.
I could even be a rock god in Europe.
Fucking the Hoff.
Never sang before, but I'm sure I throw something together and throw it in the Asian market. I'll be a fucking hero. I'm telling you.
It's
that easy.
We could start a band, the Round Eyes. Okay. Nothing on that one. That's what they call us. That's what they call us, Round Eyes.
Now you're at 480%.
Uh-oh. Keep those Hall of Fame numbers up. Or you're not going to be on the ballot. You're not even going to be on the ballot by the end of the show.
Jesus Christ.
You're going to be like a Steve Garvey.
Ah, there it is. What's the guy's name?
Dean. We need to look up Dean Castronovo. Or is it Nova? I always forget.
Some from Journey. He's the drummer from Journey, and
supposedly he sings better than the Filipino guy, but they decided to go with the Filipino guy, maybe because he has the look. Dean Castronovo. Do we have video of him singing Journey? That's all we need to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dean Castronovo. Never heard of him.
Never heard of him, sir.
Never heard of him, sir.
All right, let's see.
Singing Mother Father. That's a
we
it's not a hit.
Yeah.
But
Who's Crying Now will work, I guess.
There you go.
So here's the drummer, the original drummer.
one in the band can sing like Steve Perry.
I think they just want to make it really hurt as Steve Perry stays home.
It's like, look, we all
can do your part, asshole.
We all could have done it.
Here's the guitar tech doing "Don't Stop Believing."
And look, he's playing drums doing it.
He's like, not only can I do your fucking part, I can do mine too.
I'll play the fucking drums at the same time.
But the problem with the drummer being mic'd, you really hear the drums.
Yeah, a little problem there.
That's a little rough to hear. Is there another one up there?
Shit.
But yeah, the guy could do fucking Steve Perry too.
Yeah. Steve Perry might be able to get a gig with Voyage now.
Voyage?
I'm great with that.
Oh my God, Hugo gets kicked out.
Right.
Hugo used to play drums and sing though back in the.
I would imagine that's really tough. Steve Merchant is here. Fuck. All right, Sam. No, I mean fuck in a good way. But Sam, we're gonna have to do the American Idol thing tomorrow, I guess.
Okay.
We had some of the assholes singing.
Damn.
You know.
They went easy. Not very many assholes this time because the judges aren't as mean. So they can't show as many bad auditions.
So they can't really. Yeah, because they'd be like, well, you know, keep it up, keep trying, and maybe you'll. Instead of just that was horrible.
Yeah, a lot more
you're a piece
heartwarming
of shit.
stories.
How is Jennifer Lopez going to say you can't sing? Look who she's married to.
Well,
can he sing? I don't know. He's pretty good.
He's a singer.
I'm only kidding. I don't even know him. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. In case you want me to open for you anyway, I'm sorry.
All right, we'll do American Idol tomorrow.
Okay.
With a bunch of the rejects. Rich Voss is on the show today, obviously doing very well, Rich.
Thank you.
You're doing terrific. Comedy Zone, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania this weekend. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. HarrisburgComedyZone.com, 717-920-JOKE, or Rich Voss on Twitter. You got the info on your Twitter?
It's on my...
Did you just gulp as your answer?
It's on my Facebook, and I'll send it out on Twitter. I'll send it out. You
should.
Information. But
although Ant's not a fan of that, when you comedians just promote shit.
But I do it in a funny way. I don't do it like the other guys.
Like, I want something other than just plugs on Twitter by comedians.
Right.
Jimmy is a great example. Jimmy Norton, he will tweet funny shit, and then he'll fucking, put a plug in.
Shit.
But some guys just plug it. It's like, oh, God, you're funny. You're a funny guy. You're wasting a tweet just plugging. Mrr. Doesn't make everybody go, oh, yeah, let me see that guy. It's like, oh, yeah, that's funny. I'll see that guy.
Next Tuesday, I'm in Boca at the Funky Buddha.
Funky Buddha in Boca?
Yeah, at Funky Buddha in Boca.
So
I'm going to tweet something funny.
Is that
about
Robert Kelly's place?
Oh, that's
damn.
Didn't know he was a comedy club owner. That was so hack. I got to slap myself.
No, that wasn't bad.
It was kind of hack. It was kind of hack.
Do you guys watch that show, I Should Be Dead?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. Which one did you see? Did you see the one yesterday with the girl in the Grand Canyon? That dumb
What did she
fucking
do?
bitch. What an asshole.
I did the Grand Canyon. What'd she do wrong?
Everything.
Everything.
Did she hike down and back to the river? That was my mistake. I should be dead. I should be on that show.
3 weeks.
She was stuck in there for 3 weeks in the Grand Canyon with no food, water, and
how did you
exactly?
You can't get lost in the Grand Canyon, believe it or not. You really can't.
She did.
How?
She was.
You just stay on the trail.
No, she went off trail.
Why you go off trail?
She drove way the fuck up to this place, this plateau in her car.
Right. Okay.
Then she gets her backpack, which has a sleeping bag, water, food, all this stuff, and she's going to go to the Indian village. She started out late, so it was getting a little dark. So she's got to go to this Indian village to spend the night. And there's, resources there and people and shit. So she sets off with her and a little dog, and she gets to a crossroad, and the sign isn't very well marked there. And she goes, it's either right or left. She makes a right. The village was left.
Oh, boy.
So she goes right, and now she's walking kind of in the dark. So now she can't retrace her steps to get back to where she was.
Oh, boy.
She has to spend the night. She's crying. She's got a little dog with her.
I understand one night in the Grand Canyon. You could do that.
One
Why
night
3 weeks? What happened where it turned into 3 weeks?
Because she kept walking because she couldn't backtrack. She tried backtracking and got lost again. And then she's like, you know, and here's the best part. She's like, woo, I'm exhausted, and I bet it's from carrying this backpack. So what I'm going to do is take my backpack off and just leave it on the ground
and keep
walking. And, you know, there's food and water in there, but I got to run into somebody. She does that, and now she falls asleep, loses her place, can't get back to the backpack, can't find water. She found a trickly little thing of water, and finally what she would do is drink a lot of water, sit out for an hour, come back, drink more water, sit out in another direction for an hour, come back, drink more water. So she couldn't leave the water area.
But how'd she figure out how to get back to the water area?
I guess she really traced her steps,
finally.
made sure.
Okay.
And then she finally finds an old vodka bottle. So she's like, now I could set off. She fills up the vodka bottle. She drinks out of it, puts it in her bag, and now she's going to climb up this little rock hill to get a better look at things. She's climbing up. Clang! The bottle falls out of the bag and breaks. It's like... That has become the most important thing in your life, that bottle. You do anything to not break it.
Why put it at the top of your pocketbook? Why not bury it under everything?
Really? It was hanging out like a baguette in a French movie. In a grocery bag. Like fucking lettuce top of fucking lettuce.
I'm so annoyed.
When that water bottle broke, I go, die, bitch.
I go, yeah, just shut up. And then she finally, after 3 weeks, gives up. She goes, she's just going to go to sleep and not wake up in the sun. And then some Indians came and found her.
Yeah.
And,
See, if I was lost, I would give up right away because that's when they find you.
They always find a way to give up. So you're saying day one, hour
day one, give up. And they'll
just
find you.
Give up.
That crap of trying to find your way for 3 weeks, that never works.
Can I have that?
But as soon as you give up.
That is good. That's a good one.
You give up.
Right away.
You're going to take my fucking line?
I asked if I can have
it. You can only use it once on the radio show. You can use it for 20 years.
Next time we play golf?
Yeah.
Right. For a ham and cheese sandwich, I'll give you that one.
Because, you know, hiking, people that go hiking, and I'm sure someone in this room does. I don't know who. Okay, I know who doesn't, but...
Anthony
nothing
hikes.
You hike?
And he got lost.
What, from upstairs to the fucking basement in your
Anthony
house?
should be dead.
Nothing good.
He's one of those should be dead guys.
But nothing, huh?
He got lost.
When you
I got lost up in the woods, upstate New York.
Yeah, nothing good comes out of hiking.
Nothing.
You never hear a good story?
No.
You never see a rainbow or get a 4-leaf clover.
Oh, a double rainbow.
Yeah. What the fuck good comes out of hiking?
None.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Tragedy.
I like hiking.
Hate hiking.
I like being warm.
Melinda made me hike, and then we get to the top of the hill, and she goes, "Oh, here's another way down. It's a different way down that we'll see different things." It's like, how about we take the same way down? No, I did this as a kid. Oh, really? Boom, we run down the side. We're just lost for all night long. It's pouring rain. I'm freezing. We're in the woods. I'm looking out at a fog bank. I got nothing.
Did your survival skills kick in?
None.
None, right?
My weird I was like, and I don't know how those fucking, those soccer players there in Alive.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I don't know how they lasted that long because I was looking at her.
Other
just
soccer players.
Yeah, other soccer players. I was ready to just take a bite out of her calf. I was like, fuck this, I'm hungry.
Supposedly that's all you would need, too. Just a little protein.
A little bit.
Goes a long
Gets
way.
you through.
So,
and it was raining. That's the only reason we lived, because there was water. There was water from the rain.
Did you see, and I should be dead, the guy's plane crashed with 2 other guys in the mountains. It's fucking in snow up to their heads, freezing. Okay, one guy's laying there with a broken leg, can't move. The other one's got a punctured everything, right? So he's got to go get help. It's freezing. He has no gloves, nothing. He's walking through freezing cold fucking water. He's hiking across. He can't make it. These guys are going to die. Somehow, it's frozen. He's walking through ice water. You know, no gloves. But I can't even walk to the garbage can in a snowstorm. I thought, you know what I mean? Who the fuck goes sleigh riding with a kid? Go fuck yourself. It's freezing. So somehow they are found. And the guy gets in a helicopter to go get it, and that crashes. He
crashed twice.
That means God wants you dead.
Just give it up.
Hey,
give it up.
And everyone's saying you got the name of the show wrong, but I think it should be called I Should Be Dead.
Yeah, what's it called?
I Shouldn't Be Alive.
Right. Yeah, it should be dead.
It should just be I Should Be Dead.
Yeah.
I Should Be Dead. Did you see the one with the guy in the ice? that fell in the ice crevice? Him and his friend?
No, get the fuck.
They were tethered together. One guy falls in the ice crevice, and he's falling, but the weight of the guy on the end of the rope that's still up there is lowering him slowly down.
Right.
So he hits bottom of the crevice, but he was let down kind of slow because his buddy is trying to hold him back. His buddy then flops over the edge. No rope, no nothing to keep him from falls to his death.
Jesus.
So he's dead. Now the other guy, who's a rookie climber, has to ice pick and ice shoe his way out of this 80-foot deep crevice.
Holy.
It was
anxiety,
sick.
right? A little anxiety action. Hey, we got to take a break because Steve Merchant's waiting to come on the show.
Yes, let's get him in. God damn it.
A forest ranger really fast. Kevin in New York.
Smith.
Kevin.
Yellow.
Come on, boys.
Yellow.
Real fast because we got to take a break. Yes.
Opie, you're a genius. That's the thing that everybody's got to do is just give up immediately. 'Cause we search for hours for people that are wandering around. If they sit down, we'll find you.
Yeah, it's always stay in one place.
Just give up immediately.
Give up right away.
You start wandering off way too far from where they're going to find you.
You know, and if you're going to go hiking, bring matches or something. Start a fire. Bring something.
In the pouring rain, I was sitting there with like a rock and a stick, and I'm just going, this is useless.
And once again, when we were off the air, I treated my brother to a trip to the Grand Canyon because he is a big hiker. I said, let's do the ultimate hike. And he decided he needed to touch the Colorado River and back in one day, which they highly recommend you don't do. As you're going down the trail, there's signs everywhere. Don't fucking hike too far. Make sure you get out of here before the sun goes down. Long story short, we had to hike out of the Grand Canyon in the middle of the night. It was the scariest thing ever.
Does it get
pretty dark, right?
Pretty fucking. And you don't know what's on the trail. You don't know if the rattlesnakes are coming out now because it's not as hot, and you hear the coyotes. It's fucking scary as shit.
Fuck that. Does it get as cold at night in the desert as it does hot in the day?
We were so fucking hot from sweating our balls off all day that it was a relief, but I don't know if that was good or bad.
Yeah, it gets fucking pretty cold.
Yeah.
And then it's blazing hot in the day.
We really got to take a break for Steve Merchant. Stay there. Steve Merchant next. A real funny, fucking talented, creative motherfucker. That's what we got next.
Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show. On the Virus, Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.
He's famous.
Thank you, Rich. That means a lot right now. What is he talking about? We got Stephen Merchant on the radio.
Yes. Stephen Merchant.
Hi.
How are you, Stephen?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Great.
You're sitting
Are we on live now? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? What are the rules? You can swear, can't you?
You could swear. You can do whatever you want.
Right. This is why. This is American freedom of speech. That they let you guys on just to swear.
It's satellite speech, freedom of speech. Regular radio, though, they're like, even if you say tit, they'll freak out.
Okay.
Which is the dumbest fucking thing ever.
Oh, there you are, swearing again.
Yeah, there it is.
Is that what people tune in for? They want the swearing? They look forward to the swearing?
Early on, I think they were into that.
Yeah.
Now it's like enough with the fucks. What do you got to say?
It's pretty much the way I just talk normally.
Right.
Which is kind of freeing.
Did you have much of a career on regular radio?
Yeah, we had a pretty good run for a while.
Okay.
We fucked that up really well, and we're exiled here now.
We had 3 over-the-top amazing firings.
Oh, I thought you were going to say fans.
That's true.
I think it was 3, right? We told Boston the mayor was dead. That got us a firing. But it also got us a great promotion. We got to move to New York and do radio.
Yeah.
And then we fucked that up by having, allegedly, a couple have sex at St. Pat's Cathedral.
St. Patrick's Cathedral. They had sex in the church.
On the air?
Yeah.
Well, Stephen, we figured our we figured our careers.
I might show off, guys. If I'm honest, this is not the sort of radio I'm into. I'm a classy guy. I work for the BBC.
I could tell.
Stephen, we figured our careers were going so well. Who needs to be successable? So we blew it up in one day, one fucking day.
So,
one day.
It happens.
As a guest on their show, they were gaining so much heat. They were in like 20 markets, and I was on all the time. I'm going, this is fucking great. I went and bought a Mercedes, and they got fired the next fucking day.
Yeah.
See, that's
some kind of lesson there.
TV
don't depend on us.
TV was calling magazines. We were in a magazine every other week. Since then, nothing. Nothing after we
Now
blew
we
off.
just come in, we punch the clock.
And realize,
and
you
realize
just
that the hours before you die.
That's pretty much it.
We realize we're on the downside of our careers. But
Yeah, we're on, the down slope.
Good, well, I'm glad to be here in the glory years.
The post-glory years.
Some people you meet on the way up as you're on the way down.
Sure.
It's like watching people on the escalator.
Yeah.
When you're going down and they're coming up, you're just like, oh, hi. Congrats and have fun wherever you end up. I'm down to the basement.
We gave up trying to get to the point we were. We just gave up.
Yeah. For a while, we were just like,
we'll get right back there.
Syndicated nationally on regular terrestrial radio around the country. You know what?
How bitter are you?
Satellite.
A little bit.
Were you bitter?
Look at our faces.
Yeah.
I'd be bitter.
I'm 20 years old.
It really has taken its toll.
That old gag.
I'd be
I'm
bitter.
doing a lot of old gags today, man.
I would be bitter though if I didn't have it so well. See, it's been
life's okay for you?
It treated me well. So now I just feel kind of like.
What is it that gets you through the day? Booze?
Drugs,
hookers?
Yeah. Wow,
you read
good.
the room nicely.
You're like, that I like booze, girls, and guns. Those are like my three and not even in that order.
I think it's in that order.
Is it in that order?
I think it might be in that order.
Holocaust movies? No, not quite.
Holocaust movies?
I'm not German.
No.
Schindler's List was pretty good.
No, you point and go, ha ha.
Stephen, he's a fan of the
I like the era. I like the whole era.
The Holocaust era?
No, not the Holocaust era as much as the 30s.
It gets a lot of bad
40s.
press, but
Really
there must have been
does.
some good stuff going
Something
on.
had to have a laugh.
There's always sunshine after the rain. There must have been something.
There must have been something.
During that time, someone was having fun somewhere.
Two people must have had sex in a church somewhere.
But it wasn't in an attic.
No, it was a quiet time.
I'm thinking there's one guy that came home from work to find that his wife was no longer in the house and might have been a little happy. That's all I'm saying.
You think?
But no one wants to talk about that side of these
Just these
horrific things that
muddy
happen.
jackboot prints on his floor, and kind of went like.
And when she's gone, they took her.
Wow.
And then he had a fake cry and all, and then he escaped and went to some other country.
He got somewhere.
And got remarried.
There's a movie there. There's a Holocaust movie for you.
That is. Oh, my God.
What a lovable character he'll be.
Lovable.
Maybe Kevin James could play him.
Well, our tragedy is obviously, 9/11.
Yes.
You're trying to tell me now there wasn't one guy that died that day was the biggest
that
piece
people
of
thought
shit.
was an asshole.
The biggest piece of
I
shit.
hated
And when
that
it happened,
guy.
they went, "Oh my God! Look, this is the luckiest day of my life."
Hey, call in if you are that guy.
Yeah, if you're that guy or you knew. If you owed someone $100,000 that died that day.
By the way, if we did this break on regular radio or TV, fired.
Yeah. Sure.
Because no one wants to talk in those terms.
Well, then rightly
obviously,
so. It's offensive and
obviously it's
morally repugnant.
Obviously, it was an over-the-top, horrific day for just about everybody. But I'm saying there was maybe a few people that said, "Wow, this
I was
like
in trouble
winning the lottery."
yesterday. Today, no trouble. Right, instantly out of trouble.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. I've watched the Ricky Gervais show, the animated podcast. Fucking hysterical.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
It is so goddamn funny, man. And little round-headed shit. Carl. That, and I'm sure, because we've gotten asked from certain retards we have on our show, is that real? Is that guy real? That is... You can't fake that kind of stupidity.
I always think when people say, is Carl real, they are the Carls of their group.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can't... People say to you, do you write it? You could not write.
No.
The stuff. He was talking about the pyramids. We showed him a picture of the pyramids because we've sent him on this show where he travels around the world.
Yeah.
And he looked at the pyramids and he said, bad design. Straight away went, bad design. He said the living room, huge, bedroom's tiny. We have to point out it's a mausoleum. It's not a house. It's not a house, Carl. But you can't.
Design.
I don't think an intelligent comic can come up with that because you would never occur to you it was a house.
Right.
You know, if you know it's a crypt, you can't sort of unlearn that.
You're not gonna think of it as a house.
Right,
It's a crypt.
right, yeah.
Bad design. The pyramids, which have been
bad
there
design.
for thousands
He was
of
furious
years.
because they were the Great Pyramids and the Great Wall of China. He said, "I'll be the judge of that." They're just the Wall of China. They're a pyramid. I'll decide if they're great. It's like he was annoyed at ancient Egypt for naming it that.
How did this start now? I know you guys had this great idea of making him famous.
Right.
Now, where did he originally come from? You guys just know him?
He comes from Manchester in the north of England, and Ricky and I used to host a radio show together, and then I think we got fired. Probably for something far less controversial than you guys, just for being
Sex
shit.
at the Abbey.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then we had some success with The Office and stuff, so then they invited us back. And we returned like conquering heroes. They gave us the Saturday morning, graveyard slot.
I got to slow you down for 1 second because too many people going, who is Stephen Merchant? You need to know who Stephen Merchant is. He's Ricky Gervais's partner in crime. They've done a ton of stuff together.
Yeah. Extras was
I'm just finally starting to get into extras, and I can't get enough of it. The British Office, obviously. This new show on HBO.
Yeah, this looks...
The radio show together, like you guys said.
Yeah, the podcast. I saw the season premiere a few days ago.
Oh, where he came up with
the movie idea.
Well, so for the people emailing in saying they don't know who the hell we are, I worked with Ricky for years, and then we started doing this radio show again. And Carl is this round-headed dude who was just here to press the buttons. I don't know which of these people in this room is your gimp, but
that's pretty much all.
And we just started asking him questions, and he just started answering with these answers that you just wouldn't expect, and just offering up stories, but offering up stories like, about some dude he knew who had a horse who kept in the house. But just like that was normal. That was a normal thing, Yeah, I knew a guy who had a horse in the house. Like, we're supposed to go, okay, move on. And since then, Ricky has been keen to make him into a reluctant star, which he's definitely done.
Yeah.
We got to do that with
Ricky's laugh at Carl. It kills me, too. He'll just laugh hysterical and then just go, "You're mad! You're mad!" It fucking kills me every time.
Well, the season premiere of the HBO show, I think, was when he had a meeting. He got invited to a meeting with some movie producers, and he told us this idea that he'd improvised on the spot, which he thought was inspired.
Oh, my God.
And it was a movie starring Rebecca De Mornay, which, as I pointed out, would be great if it was 1985. And Clive Warren.
Clive Warren.
Who he meant Clive Owen, but Clive Warren was the star in his
And they wouldn't stop calling him Clive Warren the whole show. It was killing me. It's like, oh, you mean Clive Warren?
But he's extraordinary. But this show we did on HBO. And then we've done this other show, which is on the Science Channel, which is we sent him around the world against his will to see the 7 wonders of the world, and he absolutely hated it. He tried to buy his way out of it 3 times. He was like stranded in the jungle in the middle of nowhere, just phoning the producer saying, "I'll give the money back. Send me home."
It is great. He's a great. You can't even say character because it's really him.
Yeah.
And the animations look great too. I mean, it does add so much.
Got a nice
to
kind of
the
Hanna-Barbera.
Very old school to it, and adds so much to it.
But he comes up with ideas which he thinks are sensible ideas. He said one time he just went, "You know what would be good? See-through skin." Because then the doctors could just look through the skin, they could see what's going on in there. But then to him, that idea should then be applied. Scientists should just go, forget dealing with AIDS. Let's get the see-through skin going.
We got to figure this out immediately.
Well, his idea with the movie
Carl
with
says.
half the brain is classy. Whoever's listening, obviously, got to watch it. But just that you could take somebody else's half of the brain, because he heard that you could function with half a brain.
Mm-hmm.
So take someone else's half a brain that is either in a coma or dead or whatnot, and put it in your head, and that way you could kind of almost live with them vicariously through their other half of the brain. And then all kinds of drama happens. Lesbianism. It's just like it's so off the wall.
Kind of makes sense in a weird way.
It does. His stuff does it. It almost makes sense if you're completely insane.
Right.
Yeah. No, he does it. Sometimes there's something that gets through to you that you start to think, damn it, he's got a point there.
He might have
That's
something.
really distressing.
He might have something there.
Yeah.
Wow. So you just kind of found him and now sending him around the world.
Yeah.
Which, goddamn.
He hated it. Hated every moment. He hated India. He said of India, it's the worst place on the world.
On the world.
Couldn't find any redeeming value in India at all. He said of the Great Pyramids, it just looks like a game of Jenga that got out of hand.
I like when he's talking about Australia and how he hates Australia because there's so many deadly creatures there. And then his logic as to why there were so many deadly creatures was that a lot of these bugs and whatnot live under rocks. And since Australia's on the bottom of the earth, which is in essence just a giant rock, that they live under there.
Right.
And Ricky had to point out there is no up or down. It's all relative. And You couldn't really get that point
You
through
can't
to
get
him.
it. Kind of like big concepts.
Yeah.
Like for years we tried to explain to him that idea that if you take an infinite number of monkeys, infinite number of typewriters, one of them eventually will type the complete works of Shakespeare. Just that's the nature of infinity. But he just starts saying, okay, have they read Shakespeare? No, they haven't read Shakespeare. It's totally random.
So this
To be or not to, does that count? No, it has to be the full sentence.
The full
Yeah.
sentence.
You really send the guy, and then you animated the show around him going around the world?
No, sorry, these are two different shows. We should make that clear. Yeah, one is a live-action show where he gets sent around the world.
He's Carl.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
believe
looking
me,
at
here he
Kamar
is.
Carl.
You're looking at the American Carl
You
right
see,
here.
Stephen, you see that list of words? Those are all the words he has mispronounced on our radio show. We keep track, and we have about another 7 to add today alone. And he only does the show once a month.
No, every 2 weeks. But I kill on stage. Fucking kill on stage.
Yeah, it's
but you know,
stand-up
they're
comic,
all they're real ticklers when it comes to wording and
Ticklers?
Ticklers
or sticklers?
Sticklers.
Say, perfect. There you go. This is what we deal with.
Been better. Pop the ticklers up there on the list.
And what was that movie? What was that movie you saw recently?
I fucked that up.
Lost in.
Oh. Well, I said it wrong because I was in.
What,
you know,
what'd
you
you
try
say?
to get
What'd you
everything
say?
in
What'd you
quick.
say? What'd you
So I
say?
said lost in translation, but it's
Translation.
Lost in translation.
It's translation.
Lost in Trans-Asian, which is a
Translation. But you know what? Sometimes, you know, you're talking fast, you got to get words in, and you fuck up every now
What
and then.
about when
Of course.
he mixed up frugal with, what was the other one, Danny?
Frodo?
He wanted to say...
Frivol? No.
Frivolous and frugal, which frivolous and frugal, two opposite things.
Sure.
So it came out frugalous.
It's early, too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why you should have flooped the coop, like you said.
Yeah, they floop the coop.
Oh, I hate these ticklers for detail.
Yes,
Listen,
exactly.
you guys want a 9/11 story?
What?
I just want to prove my point.
All right, why not?
Do you mind?
No, go for it.
All right. Let's say hi to Steve in Jersey. Now, this is obviously a very touchy subject. I understand that.
10
but with
fucking
every
years.
tragedy, there's somebody
Enough.
going, holy crap, this really helped out my situation. That's all I'm saying. With that, Steven, go ahead.
Hey, guys. Make a long story short.
By the way, enough time goes by, and like the Titanic, they'll make a fucking kiddie ride out of it. They put in the back yards at parties. You ever see that?
Let's just say my name is Steve, and let's just assume I'm from Jersey.
Okay.
I slept with my wife's sister. We got drunk one night. We slept together, and this was like in July. She proceeded to tell me about August the 20th that she was pregnant. She was also married, so she was trying to figure out how to tell her husband. I was trying to figure out how to tell my wife, and she died in the Trade Center tower, so nothing was ever said.
Well, lucky for you.
That's what I'm getting at.
And you thought this was a good idea to phone a radio station
Yes.
and tell people, it's been long enough now, my wife can deal with this information now. This is the way to break it to her. They're currently in the car and his wife is listening.
I'm sure he didn't want the person to die, but what I'm saying is it was a huge relief as far as the situation he was in.
Let's say my name is Steve and not disguise my voice at all.
Yeah, it was kind of emotional, but it was happy and it was sad too. On the at the same token.
Right. I'm sure there's worse stories than that, but that's sort of what I'm
That's
getting
pretty
at today.
bad.
That's an extraordinary story.
That's a
All
horror.
right. Thank you, Steve. Let's go to Steve in South Dakota. Steve.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey, buddy. We got Stephen Merchant in studio.
Steven, on Extras, there was a line that you had when Ricky was in a play, and he introduced you to one of the midgets that was in the play. You walk up and you just go, Ricky introduced you, and you go, midget, and you shake his hand.
Yes, I remember. I remember.
Never in television, and then you proceed to go, where do you buy your clothes? From a baby store?
Baby store.
You live in a small house where I could be like a giant. I've had tears rolling down my face. One of the best 10 seconds on television ever.
That's very sweet of you. Thank you.
How does that relate to 9/11 stories?
No, we don't want a lot of those. I was just trying to make a little point today.
We,
I mean, that's a horrible area to go down.
We talked to Ricky about those shows, the shows that you've done, The Office and Extras, just a few episodes. And then you just decide to not do anymore.
Well, I should point out that in the UK, firstly, you don't have the big teams of writers like you do in the US. It's just me and Ricky making those shows. And we get bored quickly, we get tired quickly, we get sick of each other quickly. And also there's no sort of economic incentive to keep it going because it's not like you can kind of do enough and get syndicated. So you may as well call it quits and make something new.
Wow, really?
And also I think it's partly that impulse as well to just not burn out an idea, you know, and it gets to that later stage where, you know, I used to love Roseanne, but towards the end,
it was awful.
It kind of got, you know, tricky. And when, like, you know, John Goodman was clearly away making movies because it'd be like, "Where's Dad? He's working out of town for the next 5 weeks."
We talk about that all the time with all the sitcoms where they can't sign everybody, so you get like
they do the phone call. It's like, "Hey, Richie's calling from school." Hi.
And then you know, obviously,
then contractual obligation. They have to do a split screen of him like in a studio somewhere. I'm having fun at college.
Yeah, and he's clearly got a different haircut and a beard that he's got for the next movie role.
He's holding the phone in the 50s, wearing a digital watch. Just doesn't give a shit.
Oh, that's so true.
Oh yeah.
I
love the idea that Henry Winkler never left. Like everyone, it seemed left that show, but Winkler's like, "No,
end.
I am still here.
I'm sticking it out. I don't care. I'm 50 years old. I'm going to be
a teenager.
The teen. I'm going to be the ruckus teenager."
Did you ever see the Happy Days episode? There's a couple that stick with me. One where he goes blind. Fonzie goes blind.
And he had to put his motorcycle together.
Motorcycle back together while blind. I missed the beginning, so I don't know why he was blind or why the motorcycle was in different pieces. But there's also one where he solves racism in the Deep South. Do you remember that?
In the Deep South.
You remember this?
I remember the one where he solved racism or tried to solve racism when I think Styx was coming over to Richie's house for the party, and everybody at Arnold's didn't want to go to the party because there was a black guy at Richie's house. So Fonz told him, "Hey, y'all gonna be there." And when Fonzie left, he expected everyone to be there, and they all went, "Nah, I'm not going." And it was the first time like Arnold's turned against Fonzie.
Wow.
And didn't fucking listen to the Fonz.
And he did that in the Deep South. You can't even do that within yourself. And he had the whole South.
Not my house.
But the one I saw was where he, some friend Richie's is going to the South to be like on a march, you know, civil rights march.
Oh,
so the Fonz goes there. But obviously they can't afford to stage an entire march. So it mainly takes place in like this diner where the guy who runs it is like a real racist. And so Fonz walks in with this black dude and there's a sign that sort of says "No Blacks." And it ends with Fonzie like making some speech, hitting the counter, the sign falls down, and the audience erupts into applause. It's like, okay, no, this is on a lot in a studio in LA. This is not really the Deep South.
Real.
He's not really a racist.
Can we try to find this clip if it's short? I gotta see it. I don't remember this one.
Wow,
it's so good. And the waitress who's there goes, "I've learned a lesson," and she changes her opinion and she quits the job
just like that.
It happens so quickly, and it was such a realistic.
And the whole time,
look at that.
Is that it there?
Whites only.
Whites
let it
only.
rip. Let's hear his speech.
Let's make them signs. Oh, it's not a house. Coming out.
Really good.
Meanwhile, it's just Arnold.
He's on the way out. He's not going to
See you later, Nick.
Whites only. The sign goes
great.
down.
The sign goes down.
the whole time they still hate Jews.
There goes the neighborhood.
Yeah, Fonzie didn't care about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Fonzie came back, wrote "No Jews" and hung that up.
Boy, they really ran out of ideas.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, it's like I was talking to someone yesterday about the, I mean, obviously I'm sure you've talked about it before, the paedophile episode of Different Strokes.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I could not watch it. I could not get through it.
We only watched that one.
Yeah, that's the only one worth watching.
Oh, wow.
It's very sexy.
It's so bad. It's so creepy. And considering it's the guy from WKRP, you know, it's
right.
It's just like,
But it's just the idea that there's like 200 episodes in now, and the writers just think that we're invincible. You know what we should try and solve? Guinea fiddling. We should wipe that out. We've got a platform here, guys.
Yeah, I just want to laugh. I don't want to think this.
that was the era, the 80s and shit was the era of the very special episode.
Right.
And they would call it that.
Yeah.
They would say, "This Sunday, a very special episode." And they would handle drug abuse. And it became like, it wasn't a sitcom anymore.
But that's what's interesting about the paedophile one, is that it starts off with the usual kind of jokes and the audience is laughing, and then it starts to get creepier, and there's still still one dude who like, yeah, and claps, and then realizes, okay, no, this is getting really intense now. But it's like they're still trying to laugh and enjoy it, but it's just really sinister when, like, the old dude takes a kid into a room. It's like, should we be laughing?
That started off, I think, with Norman Lear shows in the 70s. I remember Good Times and All in the Family, too. They would have these episodes that would end, and it wouldn't have the nice music and the applause of the audience. It would end with just the credits going over silence.
Right,
But
yeah.
the TVs were so bad back then, and the white background, you'd hear like, bop, 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 every time different letters came up, the credits, and it was supposed to leave you in like this depressed mood.
Wow.
It was horrible.
So bizarre.
They were the worst episodes ever. It's like, oh, and like they'd get a phone call. It's like, what? Hello? Yes? He is? I just got a call. He's dead. Bop, bop, meh, bop. Yeah, when they run out of ideas, they have to go to the very special. I guess, 6, 12 episodes.
This
whatever.
is another concern, we were worried that we would be dealing, if we carried on The Office, our British version, we'd have had, like, David Brent molesting someone, down the road. So
That would have been kind of funny to watch, though.
Oh, you've got it on the web,
been a
it's too
rape
much.
up there.
I cannot. He's just pulled up this paedophile episode, and it really makes me...
It really is.
I still remember there's a moment where he makes them watch a cartoon.
Yeah.
That's kind of the implication that it's like a porno cartoon.
He's just trying to be one of the kids.
Yeah, quack, quack.
Oh, it's really making me my
It
skin
is
crawl.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, because he's such a race traitor.
Oh, Jesus, Mark.
Here, so look him over. Maybe we can play a little video game later on.
He's pulling what we call the old Mark Parento.
Yeah.
Look at these magazines. He's making them thumb through nudie magazines.
What you looking at?
Yeah.
You think we should look at this one? Of course.
Why are people laughing?
The audience is so unsure.
They're just,
You guys were looking at this, huh? There's nothing wrong with being naked. Especially here, there's nothing to be ashamed of. The point is, Arnold, that there's a good reason for looking at the human body and admiring it.
Yeah.
It's a work of art.
Oh, you've got to switch this off. It makes me... It's so uncomfortable.
It's really uncomfortable.
Not only is it bringing back a lot of memories.
Oh, shit.
You know, guys, you can just have an awful lot of fun with your clothes off.
Oh, my God, this is terrible.
It's so intense.
Well, for instance, they're skinny dipping. I think I got some
Did
pictures
this guy
around
ever
here of a
work
bunch
again?
of us skinny
I know, that's...
You guys gotta love them.
I mean Gary Coleman.
Here they are, right here.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we are down at the old water hole.
Look at us.
Old Polaroids.
You don't have any clothes on either.
Hey.
I like the fact that this
You don't think
paedophile, though,
about
is
letting
like,
kids
he's
have
really
all the
thought this
fun,
through.
yeah.
Like, he's got some nudie magazines, a cartoon, some photos. He's really gone out of way. He's got the kit. He's got the paedophile kit.
He's well prepared.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
Sip.
Uh-oh, the
Giving him
juice.
alcohol?
Give him a little booze.
Oh, geez, that's going to fuck
Michael
his
Jackson
kidney
called
up.
it Jesus
rainy
juice.
day like today, huh? You know, we ought to be playing some games.
Oh, God, this is just creepy.
You know,
All right.
Please switch it off.
All right, enough.
No, come on. I didn't finish.
Enough.
I didn't finish.
But Arnold's friend doesn't have his shirt off yet. That part
You
comes
know,
later.
the problem with him is he got greedy. He tries. You can't get two at once.
time.
That's
Threesome.
greedy.
I dreamt of a threesome, and I'm not.
Oh, you're terrible. What the fuck?
Wow.
Kid's 8. He's got
My
a body
concern
like
is that
Holyfield.
paedophiles were at home watching this.
Yeah, and getting off
Yeah.
on it.
Take some
Exactly.
pictures, and we're going to have
He's
another little
taking
sip of wine.
pictures
And we're
now,
gonna
really.
take some more pictures. And
Oh,
give me strike a pose for me there.
He's using all my lines from my house,
Yeah,
though.
that's great, guys.
We're going to have some wine, take some pictures. It's going to be
We're just
great.
going to have a great time together this afternoon.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh,
Hey, that's
boy.
great.
Oh, it's gross.
Why don't I be the lion? And
I mean,
you take the
how
pictures,
desperate
Arnold,
was this
okay?
actor that he agreed to do this role?
I know.
When that script landed.
Oh, he's right now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there we go. Rich, you do
Sorry, I
this?
don't have a tail for you to hang on to.
That's okay. You can just wag your behind.
And the
Audience is still laughing. The audience hasn't figured out what's going on yet.
No.
They're just going, what a lovely guy. He's giving them some wine, free. Wine's expensive. But, he's bought the magazines. What a dude.
He took the
He's
whites
just a
only
really
sign down.
he's a really hospitable host.
What a sick fucking show.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That is awful. Right, but then
so now they're jumping
on
on a couch.
Hey.
Sorry we had to leave without saying goodbye, Curly. We looked out the peephole and saw it was my dad.
He doesn't even suspect that you were here.
You know, I feel funny about all this sneaking around.
Oh, don't worry about
It's not sneaking around. We're just simply trying to keep me out of trouble for giving you guys all these little treats after school. That's my man, huh? All right, fellas, and away we go.
Doing Gleason
okay,
jokes?
guys, here it is. It's a showtime and a pie time. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Curly's Cartoon Cavalcade.
Oh, it's where he showed them the pornographic cartoons.
Check him out.
And then Arnold just did a crazy look as he saw
Just lost his pants. Curly, this is an X-rated cartoon.
Where did he get X-rated cartoons?
I know. It's not.
I'll tell you the website.
Video store?
This is like pre the web as well.
Yeah.
You know, like nowadays, if you're a paedophile, you can get X-rated kiddie fiddling cartoons. You know,
He really had to hunt that shit down.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, I mean, that actor, like, who the fuck? Because that ruins careers.
Of course it does.
That ruins fucking.
The next day after that aired, did he leave the house?
Hey, did you see me last night on the episode? I was good, wasn't I?
There was a guy that was on Mary Tyler Moore. He was a regular, and then he did a pedophile fucking movie, like a kids, after school special.
Yeah.
He never fucking worked again.
That was it.
He was done. It was done.
Yeah, that's a bad agent.
You got a
bad agent right there.
Now,
I feel really unclean now.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at it, just feels like I'm just thinking one of you might be.
Yeah. Well, look who came up with it really fast.
Yeah. Now they start pointing fingers at each other.
With this show, it has to be.
Yeah. I want to. I know you've been asked a lot, but you ever do that with children? No. You. The Ricky Gervais on the Golden Globes.
Right.
What's the real story there? And I think it's what Ricky said. Like, everybody had a great time with it, but the news. Why would they try to make it seem like a lot of people were upset about this?
Why would the news want to make it seem like there was a story? Let's just sit and think about that one for a moment.
I just said something really stupid.
Jeez, what are you, fucking me?
Yes, no, I think the story is that everyone was really offended and that, like, he was off air for an hour because he was being told off. I was back there with him. No one came back. In fact, they were rude. They didn't even come back and say hi. But they certainly didn't come back and tell him off. Were people offended? I don't know, maybe. They seemed to be laughing as much as they were oohing and eyeing. I don't know. It seems like someone's manufactured a story out of this.
Yeah, because it was...
Which is good for Ricky.
The only reason I watched it, it was coming on, and I said, I want to see this because Ricky Gervais is hosting it. That's the only reason I'm watching. Who gives a shit about the Golden Globes? And that's why I watched it. And then to see like all the flack the next day, it's like, but that's what you're getting. Do you know Ricky Gervais?
But I don't. Also, I really genuinely don't think Bruce Willis is offended if you make a joke about it. He's Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah. He made Die Hard. That's enough. It's like this is the thing. I just don't buy this idea that everyone's devastated and weeping into their coffee the next day. I just don't buy it. They're movie stars. They're millionaires. They've won the lottery of life.
Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, they fucking win the lottery. Now they're giving themselves awards for winning the fucking lottery. Yeah. Enough already. When I was a writer on the Oscars for Chris, okay?
Jesus.
It was
that would be Chris Rock, Steve.
It was a lose-lose situation.
I thought it was like a party, an Oscar party.
No, but it was a lose-lose in my opinion because if he wasn't edgy enough, then his fans are going, oh, look, he watered it down, and if he was too watered down, then it's not right. If you're going to get him, that's what you're getting. Yeah. Okay? So deal with it.
That's why Ricky Gervais
decided to do.
He did such a good job because he went after people. It was funny. It was genuinely fun. And people are saying they haven't watched an award show and actually laughed at the host in years.
Right. And it's funny in a way that that he not only is he the one that people are talking about after the event, none of the award winners, but normally as well, the Golden Globes is normally the conversation's dead after people have dissected their dresses.
Yep.
They're still talking about it like a week later, so surely it's good for the Globe.
I had a two-winner parlay on the Golden Globes.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a gambling bet. Okay. Not a good one?
No, not a good anything. That was...
Okay,
that
so
wasn't
I'm fucking 8 for
390% or whatever the fuck you were talking about.
Yeah, the fucking Golden Globes. Anyhow, what the fuck? No one. You're right.
This is the weirdest thing for me. We did the show Extras. We talked about it earlier. That was a show that seemed to be trying to skewer a celebrity, trying to laugh at the kind of much as I love movies. I love movie stars. I've worked with people in movies myself. I enjoy the process of it. But we were sort of laughing at the people who take themselves too seriously, the pomposity, the arrogance, the ego. They gave us a Golden Globe for that show. You know what I mean? That's what's weird.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you obviously identified with what we were doing.
Right, and now we come on the show and he does it. And
because
that's real.
Yeah.
I don't know the actor's name. It doesn't even matter. But he was doing this public announcement, whatever you do about racism and, we all got to get along, and he was gay and the whole thing. And then I saw one night at a comedy club cracking up at one of the most racist comics up there, sitting there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just complete fucking hypocrisy coming out of their fucking...
Well, a lot of people are full of shit.
They are. That's the word.
But, bear in mind as well, though, we're bad-mouthing, like, the stars and stuff like they've been... I don't think they are.
I don't think they were either.
I don't think they
it's
are.
their publicists.
Right, so I don't know who it is. I think also, this is the nature of Twitter and online now, is you can generate a story.
Make up news. Yeah.
Apparently Piers Morgan, someone just told me Piers Morgan apparently claims to have generated the "Where Did Ricky Go for an Hour" story. Probably because he knows Ricky's on his show tonight.
Yeah, very smart. Speaking of Ricky, too, he's going to make a cameo in The American Office. What can you tell us about that?
I don't want to give anything away.
I know. But it's our job to at least try a little. It's going to be pretty exciting.
I'm just going to go silent and make a kind of awkward silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's very excited, though. Very excited that he's doing a little cameo.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do anything to destroy the character or anything.
He touches Michael Scott inappropriately.
That's good. He takes his shirt off and he actually rides on Ricky's back.
Yeah.
When you say everybody's excited, what do you mean? Like the whole country?
Dude,
like I mean,
fuck yeah, man.
I mean, are you saying
people
like,
that know
it's
funny,
almost,
Rich?
I don't know how
did
many
you watch
people
The British
about
Office?
Yeah, I have it at home.
No, you
didn't
have
watch
it at home. You
I know.
It's one of the greatest shows ever
listen
produced.
to me. I'm not going to lie. Fucking Extras was one of my favorite shows. Then we started watching The Office. My wife bought it, but my hearing, I couldn't keep up with it. I'm not going. I couldn't
keep up with it.
Subtitles.
I couldn't keep up.
You got a new TV where they do the subtitles for you?
No, I just was trying to listen. We have it. All I know is just
If you
two
can-
of my
if you don't-
favorite shows are from
Hold on.
England.
If you don't understand, you can put the English subtitles on
On the DVD.
the DVD.
Oh, no, when I get home tonight, I'll start it then. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
He's our Carl, I'm telling you.
People
listen,
say, "Oh,
we gotta
Rich,
send him around the
you've
world."
achieved your goals."
Listen, the other show from England is the one where the guy was a radio host and then he went and
Alan
fucking bought an
Partridge.
inn. I watched 3 or 4 episodes. I couldn't fucking stop laughing.
That has nothing to do with him.
I'm just saying the show. It doesn't matter. You can really.
You're basically saying
you're saying the pedophile thing has something to do
But
with
you're
it.
basically saying the show that you
Just because
helped
it came out of
create,
England.
helped create, I haven't seen yet. And
No, I
can't
haven't. I
under-
couldn't.
You
Like
can't
we're
understand
getting credit
it.
for Mission Impossible because it was made in the United States.
I said, who brought up Extras first here? Me. I brought it up
Guys,
first.
let's not fight. Yeah, let's not squabble.
That's all we did.
Let's
No,
hug.
fuck them. Listen to me.
You want to see something, Stephen? Describe one episode of Extras to Stephen Merchant.
Okay, I'll describe
one lousy episode. Go ahead.
Where
And he'll give
Ricky's
you-
character,
and he'll give
where
you a
Ricky's
grade.
character was struggling as an actor. He finally hits and gets shit going for him, and he dumps his best friend, and then he realizes in life that friendship means more than fucking the dumb entertainment business.
Oh my God, you're right. That was an episode, and we are as moralizing as different strokes.
That was a special episode. You just described a very special episode of Extras.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I get to take 3 words off of that list.
That's a long list. I told Rich, you got to make a book out of that.
Yeah, no, that was an episode. Yeah, that was an episode.
Very special. Had a little bit of.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that
morality
facile. The
to
show.
it. I know, right? The way
Wow, it's like a kids program.
described it.
Unbelievable. So what are we promoting today, Stephen? What's the
Well,
big
we
plug?
talked about
everything.
we talked about the 2 Carl shows. There's one on Science Channel on Saturday. That's where we send it around the world. There's one on Friday nights on HBO. That's the animated thing. We should mention Hall Pass, this movie I did with Owen Wilson. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know if it's any good,
wow.
but it's coming out in February. And there's probably some other stuff.
Is it better than the Fockers movie? The Fuckers movie?
Ugh, I didn't see that one.
Good.
See?
See, I thought Meet the Parents was great. I thought the
I
first
loved
one was
Yeah, the
great.
first one was really good. And then again, just getting greedy and keep it going. And
Ocean's 18. Did you see Winter's Bone?
Winter's Bone?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Is that a porno?
It's great. No, it's a fucking great movie.
You've been saying Winter's Bone, and it's actually Winter's Bone?
Winters, like the
You said
fucking
Winters.
Winters. Winter's Bone.
I've heard it's really good.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
And they, they're like,
Try to sound cultured.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You know
no.
the culture I have? I've been all over. I've performed in England, fucking Holland, Scotland. I'm all over. Hong Kong. Fucking big act. I was big fucking 4 years ago. 4 years ago when I was peaking, man, let me fucking tell you something.
We all had our peak.
Oh, fuck, man. Let me tell you, when I'm... Oh. It was so good. Buying
There is
shit.
real anger in your eyes
Everyone's
now.
bitter in this room. Everyone's bitter.
Yeah.
Do you know John Feely? Comedian in England?
No, I don't know.
He owes me $300.
You know, Steven did stand-up. That's how I met Ricky, too.
Did you do stand-up?
I do stand-up, but I didn't
Do you
mean
still
that way.
do it as much?
Yeah, I went back to it. I stopped it for a while. It's hard stand-up,
Oh,
isn't
I
it?
did that fucking Jongleurs in
Oh,
Camden.
that's a brutal place.
But, I'm over there. So they put, I'm the fucking American on the show. All right, I got one strike against me. And they put on some American open micer right before me. And now our next American, it was fucking, and this room, it's, I think, Camden or something, Jungle. It's like a fucking knife fight to begin with. All right?
Yeah.
It was a knife fight. I mean.
No, those places are brutal. It's people who've just come in, they're all bearded up before they even start.
Yeah.
It's like bachelor parties and stuff.
Yeah.
And the people who run them aren't even, I don't think they care about the comedy. It's half the people there don't even want to be there.
It's a fucking...
Wow. Sounds like a great place.
Horrific.
We did that show over there called The World Stands Up, though, which is pretty cool. The comedy
the TV
specials
show.
in England. That was fun. The audiences were great. It was in a nice theater and stuff. But some of them... And they looked at... Also, too, and I didn't realize this, in England, the comics look down on comedians that sell CDs and DVDs after shows or something. Like, I was out there after one of my shows.
We look down on you here, too. The audience looks like, ugh.
Are you kidding me?
But you weren't selling your own CDs and
No.
DVDs.
Maybe that's
Just some that you brought over that you want to get rid of. The Office. I can't understand this crap. You want to buy it?
All bootleg copies of everyone else's work.
Yeah, I got a bootleg off the TV.
Yeah, I got a bootleg.
It's a VHS of different strokes.
Carol Channing.
Oh, have we run out of steam, guys? I feel like your energy's waned.
No,
it's time to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Two years ago.
That's what we're trying to tell you when you got in here.
So we're just filling now,
We just
are we?
punch clock.
We're just filling up the next couple of minutes before you have to go off
Fill
air.
it up. Fill her up.
Okay.
We just filled for the last 4 hours.
That's what we care about. The whole show is filler.
Yeah.
Really,
Okay.
when you think about it.
Is anyone listening to this?
Nah, probably not.
What kind of audiences are you getting?
No
one tells you.
Like that old guy that had the black kid on his
What's
back.
that? No, people
That's
people that don't read ingredients on food. Okay, just a bunch of fucking
Oh,
hemoglobins.
talking about our
the
audience.
bigums.
We've been out and met our audience. They're
Scum?
for the most part huge.
Right.
Big. They don't take care of themselves physically very well. The guys don't have girlfriends. The girls don't have boyfriends.
Yeah.
Actually, the girl doesn't have a boyfriend.
Their parents drop them off at the events.
Yeah. It's real. It really
they have
is
too many
awful.
DUIs under their belt.
But they are whizzes on the computer.
They sure
If you
are.
give them your password, they will fucking just.
They hate to a point you don't even realize they're fans.
No,
They're
but
brilliant at it. They're brilliant at their hating.
The real true comedy fans that come out to the clubs really know. They're really good fans, though. The fucking ones that are like the ones that'll come next week to
Don't
see
get
me.
maudlin
The
about
ones
them.
that'll see me in Boca at the Funky Buddha,
Oh,
or
good
this
plug.
weekend in
We snuck a
Harrisburg
plug in.
at the Comedy Zone.
See
The
what he
ones
did
that'll
there?
see me in Harrisburg are fucking great. Okay.
See what he
Those are
did
my
there?
favorites. The guy when I was in I was in Rhode Island over the weekend. And let me tell you,
my
I can't
God,
tell you how
no one
arrogant they
cares.
were about the Patriots. No, I was fighting two guys in the audience. I made a joke. I walked on stage saying,
Oh, you did?
saying that Tom Brady broke his ankle or this and that.
That was a joke?
Before, no, hold on, no, I started, no. Listen, Jesus Christ.
Tom Brady brings ankle this and that.
Yeah,
man. You said
it. Let me rephrase. I opened the show, by saying I got bad news because they're big Patriot fans up there. It's football we play here. And, they were so arrogant up there about the Patriots. Two guys walked out because I was smashing the Patriots. This is before the game. They fucking said, fuck you, and they walked out.
So we
And
get
the Jets,
that part of it, okay?
I don't know where I was going with the story. Well,
Yeah,
filler. This is all filler.
Okay, so,
Listen.
No.
So there's an
don't
Idiot
really know
Abroad
this guy.
that's on Science Channel on Saturday.
Yeah,
There's the Ricky
he knows
Gervais
how to
Animated
get
Show
out.
that's on HBO on Fridays. I'm out of here. See ya.
You're gonna be a voice in Portal 2, that video game.
Yeah, I'm a voice in Portal 2 for any
I love
computer
the first
dudes.
one. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I did
And
that.
I'm looking for the second one.
Yeah.
You were in the first one?
No, I just did the voice for the second one.
Okay,
Yeah,
see?
the voice of a robot that guides you around. That is hard work, man. Have you ever done a voice for a computer game?
Yeah, a few of them.
Oh wow, yeah. You spent hours not down there, down here.
You're yelling.
Come back. Yeah.
You got to yell and yeah. We did a bunch of voices for Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, are you the DJs on there?
No,
we're the assholes.
Is there DJs? I was like the guy that sells guns and.
Right.
Then I was a cop and
Oh,
just funny shit though. You got to yell, "Hey, don't touch me!"
Is this me in the computer?
Oh, is this
game?
you?
Oh, for God's sake. They told me that if I ever turned this flashlight on, I would die. They told me that about everything. I mean, I don't even know why they bothered giving me this stuff if they didn't want me to use it. It's pointless. Mad. I mean, that's the sort of stuff you've got to listen to for hours at a time when you're playing this game. Because I keep saying to them, I said, like, it's not going to get irritating, is it? You know, like, I play a video game and it's fine for the first 10 minutes, and then, like, when you keep going back to the same level because you can't get through, it's still me again. Same
Enough
jokes.
already, yeah.
I hate those games you can't just hit the save button real
Right.
quick. Like you get past the point and go, "Blah, save!"
Yeah.
That way I don't have to do that again.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you've got to pass a checkpoint. Fuck the checkpoint.
Hey,
I'm a big gamer. You play games?
I used to, but then I sort of realised
grew
that
up?
one of the reasons I wasn't getting girls was I was spending too much time playing games.
Keep telling yourself
It's
that.
rare that it's...
That might have been a joke.
Oh, there it was. He was biding his time. He wasn't going to let the crack I made earlier go by without revenge. He could have waited for days.
You were sitting in
Don't
wait.
you think I would have drove home in my car thinking, what should I have
Is
said?
this how quick you are when there's a heckler at a club? An hour later, all right, say that again in 40 minutes. I'm going to be back here in a month's time. You come back and you say that.
He tells the 10 o'clock show what he would have told the guy at 8 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's get out.
That's what I say.
Stephen Merchant, we're all huge fans,
Thank you, man.
Thanks for stopping
Absolutely.
by. Say hi to Ricky. I think Ricky's coming on in a few weeks to do
Is
our
he?
show as well. Yeah,
Cool.
but I think we talked over your plug. The Ricky Gervais Show, Fridays at 9 on HBO, and Carl's show on the Science Channel is.
It looks fucking
Yeah,
hysterical.
An Idiot Abroad is what it's called.
And when is it on?
Saturdays.
This weekend?
Yeah, I think
Is
it
the
starts
first
this weekend.
episode?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta fucking DVR that.
We could do the American version. We steal everything from over there anyhow.
Yeah, and go way too long with it.
There's only 7 wonders, though. That's the problem.
I'll make 10.
You can't come up
He's
with
going to be
another
building
one.
some. Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you. And Rich,
you.
you got your plugs in,
thanks
I
so
do
much.
believe.
Yes,
so.
yeah. The Harrisburg this weekend and
The
Funky Buddha Tuesday.
Comedy Zone Harrisburg this weekend. All right, there you go.
And
See you
nice
guys
golf
tomorrow.
courses.